All right, everybody. We're here. We're live. Welcome back to Ashen Ambition. We are in episode 4. My time has flown. Minimal cosmic skunks delaying us this time, so that's good. And hopefully we get more of our ducks in a row. As per usual, all this fabulous art is by Noble, which there have already been questions about in chat, which I will get to. But first things first, I'm not. Guess who's not in Foundry in her DM account? That's the one thing I forgot. Alright. So, I believe, do we have a pinned question of the week? Did I pin it? Did I remember to pin it?
Are there any relationships you'd like to improve or repair? Are they beyond help? That's the only one I see.
Okay, then that's for this week.
Previous.
Oh, that was previous?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I didn't pin it, because why would I? Just a second, I got it right here. What task or chore is your favorite? I like that.
Oh, I got a good one, I think.
Well, you're
So
welcome.
I would think. Do we roll off? Does
Yeah.
anyone wanna?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll. If no other reason, let's get them dice a moving.
Ooh. Oh, an 8.
All right, we got an 8. Anybody want to beat Firebox to answer the question?
I mean, you sound so enthusiastic. I couldn't.
Going once. Going twice. Sold to the train lover.
Well, speaking of trains, since last session we were, I guess we used or talk about the boat. I don't remember what the name, the specific name of the kind of boat, but it looked like a train, like a water train. And so Firebox obviously loves giving maintenance to the boat. Probably after the mission, he did that. You know, he just went to the machine, opened it up, cleans it up, etc. So that's probably, since we don't have any other, like, I don't think we have any other obvious machines in the hideout. That's probably the only one that he like focuses on giving maintenance to the boat for now. Probably he'll have other things to do later, but for now is maintenance, maintenance, yeah, on the boat.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I'm like, ugh. All right. Do we want another crew building question?
I'm down.
Definitely a good idea. Yeah.
All right. Somebody can roll me another d20, please. All right, we got a 3. What?
Oh, you're playing on Wing today?
I assumed because
Uh,
Ghost Eater's kind of out of commission. Correct?
I mean, up to you. Ghost Eater's still here in the beginning. Did I mess up? And
Yeah.
do I have you on stream as Wing already? No, I don't. Okay.
No, that's Ghost Leader.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna be like, no! Alright. Oh, the rolling in is Wing. That's what it was. Okay. What code or principle does the crew live by, even if you don't always follow it? This is, of course, an all play. Or if you want to think about it, we can do a recap first. But I'm actually going to tweak some audio a little bit because people are having a hard time hearing Christopher. But you were at the max for me, so now I'm going to turn everybody else down. Hang on. I mean, it's kind of funny, but, like, we got, like, access, like, sensory stuff issues here. All right.
That's what I told you the other time, that I sound very loud in the stream.
Yeah.
I think.
I'm pulling everybody down. Okay, Christopher, talk now, please.
Hello.
All right. I've dropped everybody else down, so hopefully people can turn the volume up a bit. Oh, I haven't dropped me. There we go. Drop me. Yep. Now Noble's too loud. I'm working on it. Chat is picky. This is what happens when, like, people you know IRL are in your chat. And you're like, please help me out with things. And then it's like, oh, all the things. Alright. Hopefully this is a little bit better. But if we want to do a recap before we go into asking the what code does your team live by, we can do that first.
Sure, sounds good.
Alright. Okay.
I don't have a recap.
Okay, I was gonna be like, who is that, Christopher? Is that you?
Usually.
Okay.
Alright, last session was session 3. We are introduced to Tusk, who is a Ska former blood color, someone who followed around the Leviathan ships and then got into manual labor. We have generally narrowly escaped the station with our mysteriously humming box. Tusk is with Ellen, and they brought the boat with him to the crew. It is a canal boat. That's the train-looking boat. We work together, and we figure that the ossuary is under a temple of some forgotten cult, and it is under Sourwine Road, I believe it is. And we make it back pretty decently. Tusk kind of lays into Dreamer for a little bit because he's wearing such nice clothes. Firebox is very interested with what is inside the crate, but as a general, we ultimately do not open it. Dreamer checks in with his contact about holding off on the exchange, and Tusk follows. We divvy EXP from the score, deal with heat and entanglements. We choose our downtimes, and one of them, for I believe Dreamer, was going to the opera, and the opera is Tosca of the Veil. Very interesting. Tusk knows a psyker, so Ghost Eater can potentially get a little bit of aid. And during the ensuing time, he actually naps in that hideout near the crate, and he hears a tapping. The lid opens, but it doesn't. It's a spectral lid. It opens. Out crawls a figure that's humanoid, Samara-like, but with no face. No face until it gets closer. Then it has a big grin and asks, "Can I have a ride?" Basically, they are a deranged, unquiet undead, very much not reconciled. We learn a little bit more about the different types of spirits. Like, colloquially, they are called devils, ghosts, echoes, specters. Specters, specifically, malevolent, seek to possess and drain. Horrors, who are non-human ectoplasmic entities.
That sound like the airplane.
Yep. I live right near an airfield. demons, and it's still going. Demons, first beings at the origin of reality. Each demon strain is connected to each element. No echo in the ghost field. Their blood has electroplasmic essence that allows them to live eternal. They're the living embodiment of their dark desire. Ghost Eater attempts to deny this person, but they turn into them and they fail to compel. And they look into their eyes. I am harmed, capital H. Next thing, I know Dreamer's coming in, and I've been staring at the box slack-jawed. He taps me and mentions that a few days have actually passed. Rip. Back to Tusk, they have a Scav contact named Phineas. Might have some cargo to move around to help with the capital C cause. The cause is of the Black Ribbon is to oppose and disrupt imperial rule over Scotland. And sharing, that was pretty much where we left off last time.
All right. Does anybody have any questions or anything they want to add? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you covered everything. But I do not know about the rest of the team.
I'm good.
Also, at some point, Sirocco decided he was just going to go hang out at the Harping Monkey, aka Seb can't be here today. Alright, so back to the question. What code or principle does the crew live by, even if they don't always follow it?
Something, something, love ghosts, something, something.
It's a tough one.
It kind of is, because we tried to make ourselves at least somewhat similar in that regard.
Code of
I don't know,
conduct.
I assume our goal is to not harm innocent people, but we totally fuck that up all the time.
Like, what does innocent mean, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm just telling you the likely.
I mean, all we've done so far is go by coin, like get coin.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you know, we're pretending that there's some like history that we've had in the past. I think that's more where this is.
Yeah, this is your chance to, like, make things up, background stuff.
Listen, games of make-believe are the most popular right now, so we can just make them up. We can make anything up. And the GM will tell us when we can't.
Well, given that we are in an ossuary and, ghost stuff, it could be something related to, like, ancestors, like protecting our roots, our past. I don't know, something like that.
Interesting. How's that translatable? That's the question.
I have no idea. I don't know.
I suppose being particularly careful with quote-unquote artifacts. Being more
We don't
respectful
work.
of them.
We don't work with blue coats.
Sorry, I missed that.
We don't work with blue coats.
Yeah, sorry.
I am fair.
Yeah.
Of course. What about ex-blue coats?
Which is a great segue to factions, because I do try to give you guys some faction lore each week. There are, in fact, a group called the Grey Coats, who are former blue coats with a bone to pick with them. So, Just throwing that out there. Let me pull up their exact thing. I don't have their card in front of me.
The blue and the gray, huh? And the gray coats used to be blue coats? And they have a bone to pick with them?
You know, I didn't pick the names.
I'm just saying words.
Oh, sorry, gray cloaks. My bad.
Oh, okay. That's
That
completely
makes it
different
totally
now.
different.
It's completely different now. No U.S. history parallels whatsoever anymore.
But you would probably notice, or know because of things around town, that the gray cloaks were all former bluecoats who were framed, or they claim were framed, for a crime committed by their watch station commander. I mean, sure, they were all skimming from the city coffers and taking bribes, but, like, they didn't burn down the watch station or destroy the evidence. That was just their commander. So now they've just kind of fully embraced the gang life.
There.
So would you work with them?
I would say it would be very cautious.
One might say
Uh,
a fine line.
And probably if I really had to, I would not be happy about it, but it was the only way to get the job done. I might do it then. Oh, we could understand me. Could you hear me?
I could, yeah, no, I could hear you.
Yeah.
You came in just fine for me. So anyway, I did mean to interrupt you guys, but okay, so like that's a code. You don't work with cops. Excellent. Now I believe we left off with a few bits of information. One, a Ghost Eater has had some interesting encounters with spirits, and there's another quest that's on the board now, called Making a Difference, that has been given to Tusk by the Black Ribbon, which is a Scav resistance group that is not cool with the fact that Scotland lost the Unity War. Yes, I don't have the VTT up on screen, but somebody dropped an abcab, which is all blue coats are bastards, which is amazing. Thank you, Tusk.
Yes.
I couldn't let that one go by. So, you guys have those options. I know that there is at least potentially like one other person to introduce to the crew. And before we really jump into it, I do want to tell you guys I have updated the map a bit, which I will show on stream momentarily when I'm done showing you guys, and dropped actual like entrances right now. Some of them don't link to anything, even though they're journal entries. They will. But you've got the ossuary, which is your place, which later on I've got some cool splash page for that. There's a catacomb entrance, then I've got the catacomb entrance over here. Everything in purple, I might change the purple, is neutral. Everything in red is against you all. High risk, shall we say, hostile territory. Green is, of course, allied with you in some way. And I just went ahead and picked, like, a blue for, like, the railjacks, and, like, they're friendlies, but they're not allies. And I did leave the Pac-Man ghost on there, because why not? But let me go ahead and move the stream over, and then I have to redo the overlay, because it won't let me edit in studio mode, which is very annoying. So everyone gets to see this. Boo. But that's okay. Because we're all nice and understanding here. where do we want to pick back up, team?
Probably with getting that box the hell away from our base
There is that, yeah.
and getting paid.
Getting paid is also always good.
Well, that sounds good to me. I don't like to get rid of that box.
Yeah, the ghost box.
You guys tired of just having ghosts hanging around?
Yeah. They're not what we're supposed to do with it. We're supposed to deliver it to somebody or what?
Yeah, so you're going to be taking it to Charterhall, which is actually, it's under the things that I so lovingly dropped on here. And I can't move the picture because that's flattened to the background. Damn it. Up here. So you do have your contact there. But do we want to pick up... Let's see, I think Dreamer's AFK at the moment. But I was going to say we can pick back up with a very confused Ghost Eater. Because we did kind of cut you off on a cliffhanger once you realized you were missing some days.
This is true.
So I want to give you a chance to react how you believe Ghost Eater would on this one. Like, I mean, what do you do when you find that out? And more importantly, what all are you going to tell the crew?
He's not totally unused to lost time, technically. Like, he does let some ghosts take rides, but he's usually not totally forced into it yet. At least that's not what he has much experience in. So he would probably like ask around, mostly ask the crew if they've seen him doing anything within the last couple days. And if they ask, like, why are you asking about that? He's just like, reasons. He wants to figure out what he potentially did first.
Okay, so essentially when Dreamer was like, hey bro, you okay? It was just like, huh? Oh yeah, just kind of dozed off there for a minute.
Yeah.
And try to play it off rather than being all like, oh noes, I lost all this time. Although, like, I'm sure Dreamer probably can figure some of it out.
Probably.
We will find out, though.
Someone must have seen him just sitting there for a while, right?
I mean, it depends. How often you guys go down to the lair? And was he the one that set you... Or that you guys set to, like, watch the box? I guess that is a question.
I guess that would make sense. That would work out.
True.
That sounds good to me.
So you guys just thought, oh, he's just, guarding the box. Because you guys were
Probably
also
so.
doing all your downtime activities and stuff like that.
Training montage.
Yeah, you were doing your stealth montage, I believe, because everybody wanted to get better with that.
Yeah. Well, it was prowess. Yeah.
Prowess, yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, or it's physical stuff, I believe. I don't know. It's not like I'm a GM who should know
So,
these things.
Prowess is a category.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
has
Okay,
prowl,
attributes.
skirmish,
Yeah,
direct quality. Yeah.
yeah. So it's physical stuff. I think we were flavoring it as stealth more, but I mean, it does also include essentially what would be sleight of hand, fighting, and wrecking the house, which is exactly what it sounds like.
explosion.
That is indeed part of it.
Alright, so. Sorry, I feel like I missed a little bit.
Oh no, this is
Where are we at,
essentially
team?
we're kind of flashing back to, well, not completely flashing back, but we're at what did Ghost Eater do now that he's realized he's missing days. He seems to be not wanting to tell everyone he's missing days. Of course, there's the question of, do you notice, like, that he is lying to you, Mister? I was about to say Mr. Spider-Man, and then I realized that doesn't mean what I think it means. I mean, it means what I think it means, but yeah. So there's the resolution to that. Then I believe the plan is to get the box the hell out of your lair.
Yeah, alright.
Get paid.
Yeah.
So you can then give that money back to other people.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Well then. Let's figure out what's going on here. Alright, you up for this? Ghost Eater, you seem a little out of it.
Did you guys see me up to anything recently?
No.
No.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go ask around, and I might be back in a few days.
You're gonna be alright. Well, we have to take care of this box. So you're probably not gonna be around for that? Is that what I'm gathering?
Yeah.
He narrows his eyes. He's
Well, good luck.
suspicious.
Good luck.
Maybe he's too sad to see the bugs go away.
No. I'm very happy about that, actually.
I narrow my eyes.
That's also suspicious.
Yeah.
He'll point at it. Might want to make that your first priority.
That is a goal. Alright then. Well, whatever's going on with you, get
Ghost
that
Eater?
resolved.
Want to
because-
get rid of the spooky ghost box?
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
You need to get your stuff organized then, because it sounds like you got some stuff going on. So, you fix that before you come back then.
I'm gonna try. Catch you guys later.
Try it. No, you're gonna do it.
Oh, okay.
Well, 'cause if you have some kind of problems, you don't want to bring them back here. I mean, that would be very unprofessional for people to bring their personal relationships and problems back here.
True.
As he says in his head, he was always here. But he'll wave and abscond to try and figure out whatever the fuck he did.
Alright, I do have a bit of a splash page mood board situation for the ossuary, based on your guys' commentary.
Nice.
Will be updated, can become a page, but I figured we should do that, and I should actually pull it up on the stream one to where it stays.
Yeah, It's got the pipes.
Yeah, I felt like this was a good representation of things. Just based
Yeah.
on combination of Paris catacombs, the ossuary in Kutna Hora in the Czech Republic, which I've actually been to. Fun story. And also, some of that is game art from Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which totally not sponsored, but I love that game. And it felt like it fit the vibes. Also, map is Dyson logos. There you go. If you all have anything you want to add to it, of course, feel free to let me know. I just always ask you guys, what does your lair look like? There you go.
Yeah, that's something that I'm not gonna paint.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be working for me. Was it on the main page or another map now or what?
It was just a handout that I shared the image of.
Okay.
I can drop it on the main page. I can also drop it in Discord.
Yeah, it was like I have to restart Forge though.
Alright, it is also in the Discord chat if you guys can't see it in here. Alright, so, and it also, if you do go over to the locations, or click on the ossuary right here, it should pop up in the journal. If you want to see it again. So you should just be able to click that right there.
Technology.
Yes. Alright, so. Ghost Eater, you're going to take a break?
Yes.
Anything in particular you're going to do on this, or is that something we'll find out when you return?
I'll probably find out when we return, but he's just gonna go try and retrace his steps that he doesn't even know he took.
Maybe he didn't take any. Maybe he was just sitting there the whole time.
Very true, but I don't know if that would freak him out more. It's very possible.
Fair.
But he usually assumes that, like, if they want to ride, they went for a ride.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so. You gonna leave the crew in the lurch there, or do you know a guy?
I know a guy, actually.
This is called GM's Revenge, where I say, what's that conversation like?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Ghost Eater will mosey on over to his home area of Dunslow and stop in at a not totally decent looking place, probably some rundown bar, whatever, like even more rundown than usual, especially for being Dunslow. And he sees off in the corner a nice looking guy. He is darker skin, black curly hair, and he has an eye patch covering his right eye. He is just off in the corner, smoking probably, and Ghost Eater approaches, sliding on up to him, and says, "Hey, Wing." And Wing quirks his eyebrow and just like, "Hello."
This is so satisfying, having to make players do this.
Could you cover for me for a few days with my crew? Not paid, of course. And Wing rolls his eye and just like, and puffs out a bit of smoke. I guess. Yeah, good man, thank you. And Ghost Eater shares the details of where to go and fucks off.
Alright. Well done. Oh, I must resize. Wings token. Oh, I splashed you twice. You're that cool. Yeah, so in future, I always forget to say this, but if you guys are like setting up your own prototype tokens, I believe everybody is 5x5. Yeah. So there we go. And I am updating the stream as we speak because unfortunately I had to do too many things at once. Now, has Wing met these folk before? Or is it literally just like, hey buddy, hey pal, hey random dude, just wander into our HQ because it'll be fine?
Probably the latter, unfortunately.
Okay. Let's go back and see what the rest of Gravedust is doing, shall we? Alright, Firebox, Tusk, Dreamer. You guys are getting ready to move things to Charterhall, I believe, or what are you all doing?
Yes, exactly that.
Getting the boat ready.
Yeah, I'm doing that too. And I'm helping get boat ready. I'm talking out loud, telling anybody wants to listen about how we used to do things. Blood Scholar.
Okay.
I like it. I like this is better. Anyway, just like just sort of describing verbal documentary. So, you try to keep the history and culture alive. Even though these people are just like random. They're not, I feel bad they don't care, but you still trying to tell people about it. I'm gonna quit talking because I have no lungs apparently.
Okay, well, I was about to say, if you have any of those stories, feel free to share them. However, not at the moment, if that's a thing.
No, I won't.
All right.
But
So, go ahead.
so you guys are talking about all of that. That's great.
It's sort of like he had a radio on. It was just tough talking about history.
Just on like NPR, like
Yeah, something like that.
Fair enough. Great story, old boy.
cool
all right.
story, bro.
Yeah, and he's just like, I just want to get rid of this fucking package. That's what Scott and Dreamer are thinking. All right, yeah. Well, yes, no. So we definitely want to, yes, let's move this today. Get this out. Maybe you hear something.
So I was busy talking. I stopped and listened.
Yep, and then he shuts up to see if he hears somebody entering the area soon.
Someone like a Wing, maybe.
Indeed.
Do you just pop in? What's your entrance? How do you enter into a lair?
That is a very valid question.
Yes, it is in this situation.
I think first, you guys would see a rather large bat swoop in.
Oh, I mean, that's probably not that unusual here, to be honest.
True, but
The bat got in.
yes,
Get the hammer.
rude.
Nah. I mean, they're gonna feast on the insects and bugs down here. Honestly, these things are great, just as long as they're not shitting everywhere. That guano.
As
Dangerous.
it shits.
Brilliant.
But maybe a minute after or so, you guys would hear like actual footsteps, though.
Alright. Pulls out gun. I mean,
Another one got in.
Yeah.
Get the hammer.
um, yeah, I don't know. We hear the steps, we pull out guns because we don't know who's approaching. And then you pop up.
Probably closer to wherever the catacomb entrance tunnel is, and how it like opens up into like the ossuary proper. Like before that entrance ends, you would probably hear like a series of 3 knock taps, like knock 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 knock.
Is that supposed to be a code?
I think they're just making their presence known.
Oh.
Like, who approaches? That kind of thing. Alright, you two hide. Yes, who approaches? Just shoot them if they're terrible.
Ghost Eater mentioned car alarm.
This is wild.
You have like the worst background noise this week. Oh my god.
I do.
Why is there an alarm going off in the tunnels? What is happening?
The
Oh, sorry, that
That's
was me.
that's a
the
stranger
boat, that's the
danger in Dreamer's head. Yeah, it could be a boat like in the canal, like that could be it.
No, I just accidentally like caught a cable on the boat and I'm like, no, I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it. It's over.
Gods be damned.
It's like, hi, I'm Slade Grayson. Ghost Eater mentioned me subbing in for him for a couple days.
Well, I don't know anything about that, chum, because I was not informed.
All right, you gotta do the secret ghost boy salute.
The fuck is that?
It's a ghost thing.
Yeah, right either.
It's a ghost thing. You should have told you.
He will actively pop his head inside the door. He's like, you didn't mention shit, okay? Like, you get stuff out of him? He's talkative?
Maybe not, but I feel like someone should always inform their companions when people showing up to do a job.
Yeah, well, he's a little shit and didn't do that.
Should put that code or principle that we live by.
Yeah, we're gonna add that to the bylaws here. All right, fair enough. You know what? I have no reason to really argue at this point because we have to get this box out. You're gonna assist us. If anything goes wrong, they're gonna shoot you.
Fair enough.
Okay.
He steps in fully and he looks decently outfitted with rifle and pistols and stuff.
You'll have to split your share with Ghost Eater then. But that's the situation.
There's
At
a
least on
lonely
this
suffering sigh. And
At least for this one. If you turn out to be a good one, maybe we'll pick you up on the next one, and then you can earn a real share.
Gotcha.
Look, he's got a bigger gun than you.
who does?
You. You have a bigger gun than Dreamer.
This is true.
Probably. I'm just using a concealed palm pistol right now.
Well, there's in fact a long rifle slung over his shoulder.
Oh. Well, here's the great thing about weapons. It really doesn't matter how big they are once they're in you.
Very true.
So it's how you use them?
Yeah, very much so, actually. And, reach is a big thing, too. Distance. He starts actually explaining weapons. Now he's not making innuendos. Except for the initial ones that he made.
He's not making innuendos except for the innuendos.
Yeah, except for the one. I mean, he's not continuing the innuendos. You ruin the innuendos by continuing them. Anyways, all right. So, what's our plan here? All right, newbie. We were talking about this, and yeah, we're loading this up on the boat, going over, hoping to drop it off inconspicuously. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
If
Aren't
possible.
you've already like talked to someone over there?
Oh yeah, they're definitely prepared. For certain, there will be someone there to pick it up at the assumed time. You know, the window of opportunity that was pre-established, and that we will make rolls for later.
Yep, yeah, that's fair. No, I mean like that. I think it's reasonable to assume that, because
Well, it could be part of the whole like, did we get it on time?
Yeah. Yeah, let me flip us over to our that's downtime. Come on. Do I not? I didn't. Okay. Rude. I'll fix that momentarily. Because this does count as a score. Albeit just, the payoff is, for stuff you've already done. Because yeah. Oh. That's why. Okay. Do you all remember the various... Okay, we'll just do this for right now. I thought I had the tile on here that would do it. I don't. It'll be there momentarily, but I'm just going to yank all of you guys over to the Gaddoc score page real quick, because it does have the whole what approach are you taking.
All right.
Oh, and okay.
Transport, correct? Would that make sense?
Well, we don't know if there's gonna be danger.
Well, remember, this is just the general means by which this happens. It's not the sum total of what it is, but like your main approach is you're just transporting.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Fair, yeah.
Okay. And what is your route?
Through the canals
Yes.
with a boat.
With our boat.
Yes.
Are you going to attempt to hide anything, do anything, or just this is our crate, we doing the thing?
Gotta hide the box somehow, right? Like we don't want to like.
Tarps.
Well, the question being, first off, are these, are the crates that are being shipped in, are these just standard crates that you would just find anywhere, or are these, like, stamped and all of that?
This one would be stamped.
Oh, alright, then
But-
then we clearly, what we should have done was gotten a bigger box that we put the smaller box into.
Okay, I mean, that's fine, I can see.
And then cover it with tarps.
Okay. Just making it look like ye old regular cargo.
Mhm.
Okay.
Probably put some other boxes in.
The whole, we'll do it like, there are multiple things, so we won't be so conspicuous. That's fair.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
I'll put my laundry in one.
That would be conspicuous. Somebody else laundry.
That was gonna be my question, is like what...
Well, we're going to the... I mean, if we're going to the university, I mean, I would assume that we would clearly be bringing them, I don't know, paper materials. I mean, I guess, we're not going to be... Yeah, like books or stationery. I mean, we wouldn't have like tons and tons. Maybe one of those. This is mostly filler with enough to like, it looks like we're bringing stuff.
I mean, this is a full-on university, with dormitories and everything else. So pretty much any kind of supply could theoretically be there. You know,
Towels.
sure.
Mundane materials.
Okay. Yeah, so if you I'm gonna drag you guys over again to another map. Oh, the Hounds of the Baskervilles. But here we go. I'm gonna drag you over to this map, Charterhall University. There is the University Commons here, where it looks like there's a bit of a dock. You can see the various docks.
Perfect.
Obviously, your contacts are probably in the Moreland Hall of Unnatural Philosophy, if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine too. I would also imagine that there would have been a arrangement of time for pickup at the docks.
That's kind of the thing. You guys can tell me where exactly, like, what is the plan, and then obviously your roles and things will determine whether things actually follow that plan or not.
It's likely we would have a contact meeting us on the Tollwater close to the building.
I mean, no. I mean, we're dropping off legitimate supplies, so we should be going to the docks.
Okay, fair.
I mean, if we're going up there, that's super sus. Why are you unloading over here? The docks are over here for a reason.
Alright, gotcha. We attempt to meet them at the docks.
I mean, yeah, we can go there. Worst case scenario, we do what we did last time, which is throw on some janitor outfits or something. I don't know, dock worker uniforms, and just bring things over. But yeah, general approach: sail up while the dogs go wild.
Yeah, Noble, can we mute the Hounds?
Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, we sail right up, go to the docks, unload, and then just cart them on over to the. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Anybody asks any questions, we're just, delivering supplies. If they're like, oh, I'm the quartermaster, then it's like, these are punch you in the face and hide your body material. No. But, I mean, they want their stuff. We won't get questioned, for sure. Or we'll talk our way through it. I mean, go to docks, unload, bring to place. I mean, that's pretty straightforward.
Yeah, fair enough.
We attempt to be normal.
Yeah, we just try to be
normal. Okay.
I'm really not trying to overthink
with this crew. An attempt to be normal.
I mean, we have a dock worker contact, so maybe we can get like schedules or like information on the usual stuff that they receive at Charterhall.
Good idea.
Maybe. Maybe, okay. I don't know.
I don't know. I do believe we're really overthinking it. We just sail it up, go to the docks, and just walk right in.
Yeah, okay. I don't think we need to schedule what usually gets delivered here.
I mean, if we want a schedule, we can get the schedule. Someone can get the schedule.
All right, then.
Yeah, I mean...
Are we all gonna go with it?
Well...
Go with it. When we get to the docks, we unload it. We're gonna haul it to somewhere. We're all going with it to that place. What are we gonna stay here in the boat?
Yeah, we should all fit, and we should all be good to go. We would want to make sure, just in case something does go wrong.
Oh, good. So we do that.
All right. There we go. Now that I got our crew page on there. that has some of the stuff as reminders for things. First questions first. What load are you guys taking? You guys say you're being normal, so...
Normal load.
I'm going with light.
Yeah, I believe
Don't forget-
anything more than light, and you are somewhat conspicuous.
Oh, I know. What was in our package we were delivering? You mean something different?
Yeah, no, this is the, like, because we're doing this as, like, a full score, so it would be, what are you, like, on your character sheet, and I can set it for you. Also make sure that you have not, checked any boxes on there. Like, you've cleared all your check boxes on what you've used.
Also,
for
don't
your
forget
load.
about this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So 2 of your items are perfectly concealed. But, alright, so... you've got light, normal, and heavy. Light is inconspicuous. Normal is potentially conspicuous. And, heavy is... they're up to something.
I guess light.
Yeah, light.
Alright, we going light?
Yeah, heavy's for like when you're like, I'm taking out the other gang.
Yeah, like when
and,
you're
and no
rolling
one's
up.
gonna stop us. Like even the cops are like, you know what? We're staying away.
Yeah, that's when you go to the mattresses. I think. I don't know. I don't know mafia stuff. That wasn't my area of criminology, guys. All right. So we have our plan of entry, or sorry, our detail, which is the route and the means. So on the boat, does your boat have a name, by the way, team? Do we have a boat name? I'm not gonna derail us for the boat name. Just if we don't have one, we don't have one.
Both
Siren's Lament.
Fuck yeah. I
Okay.
mean,
Sure.
All right, I will make a note. Siren's Lament.
I was just throwing out things. It's probably from something.
Yeah, it
I have no
probably
idea.
is. Doesn't matter. All right.
I think it's a. Oh, I think it's a.
Is that from
Evolve the
Odyssey?
Spell.
Oh, I think it is. Yeah, because I think Iara has it.
No. Yeah,
something.
Vidari. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, not Valdez Vidari.
Yeah, but we used it. Yeah. Okay, so now we got to do the engagement roll. This is where we do the fun minigame called Sell Me on the major advantages that you guys have, which will determine how many dice I roll for the engagement roll.
Okay, so these are general advantages that we would conceivably have for, like, why we would be better off with this whole mission, or just...
Yes. This is, as a reminder, is this operation particularly bold or daring? Add a die. Is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? Lose a die. Does the plan's detail expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest? Take a +1. Is the target strongest against this approach? -1. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight? Add a die. Are any enemies or rivals interfering? Lose a die. Those kind of things.
Sounds like a very simple mission.
It's very simple. We're literally just going, the water, to a place that's very close to us, with people that we know who are friendlies.
All right, so this is not overly bold. You don't get dice for daring. You do get a die for planning.
Let's see. What else would we have dice for?
So right now you're sitting at 2 dice because you get 1 for sheer luck.
Okay.
would it potentially be like? Do you think Dreamer might be a little bit more knowledgeable about this area?
You did go to school there.
Yeah, I did go to school there.
All right.
That could be something.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then, like, the contacts and the knowledge you have. Okay, so you guys are sitting at 3.
could being something like all of us being a light loadout be something? We're attempting to all be inconspicuous?
I have a medium load up.
Oh, you do have medium on yours? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say.
Exactly.
Oh, good.
I don't have it marked on my character sheet, but that's what I was thinking.
Okay. You got it now. Because I know iPads and Foundry don't go well, so I got you. I got you. All right. I'll say three. You got 3. That's good. That's good, guys. Let's not be greedy. Let's keep things going.
Sure. I don't
Alright.
have anything, so yeah.
Ooh. You guys are lucky you had 3. Because that was a 5, a 3, and a 1. So you're in a risky position when the action starts. Okay. Does anybody want to describe Charterhall University as you pull up to the docks? If not, that's okay. I can.
Please, Sam.
Okay.
Wait, I got a question first.
Mm-hmm.
Who's driving the boat?
Ah, that is a good question, actually. Who is our boat captain? I mean, I feel like Tusk? I know you have boat experience. And it was your boat, wasn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that. I let him name it. He can choose his name.
I don't think it was my boat, pretty sure.
Okay. I thought there was a conversation at one point about you bringing the boat with you. I thought somebody brought a boat.
Oh, he was the one who helped bring the boat to pick us up.
Oh, that's right.
Until we got him
Okay.
into the session. Yeah, that's what we were doing.
For some reason that stuck in my head. But yeah, but I know as a blood color you dealt with boats.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
I'm in a much worse situation on a boat than going down a canal.
Yeah. Alright, so we've got Tusk as our pilot, captain, whatever. I don't know what they are on boats. Chat, tell me what they are on boats.
Captain?
What? Yeah, but like on a canal boat? Like, captain is like of an aircraft carrier. I don't know. Whatever. I have faith in chat.
Operator? Let's go.
The driver of the boat. Pilot? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the pedants in chat to tell me, and I say that as a compliment.
Wikipedia says pilot.
Okay.
Oh.
Ah.
So we've got Tusk piloting. Everybody else, are you guys just trying to look like, regular old delivery folk?
We're gonna try.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
This thing says that the pilot doesn't drive the ship. It says that the pilot gives commands to the helmsman.
okay, that's
the
when
one
you
that
got a
drives the
lot.
ship.
That's when you got a lot, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is
Maybe.
just like one person. This is like
But
somebody
it
just
says
driving a
Let's
houseboat.
just stick with the pilot.
We're
Let's
sticking
not
with the pilot.
overcomplicate it, guys.
Come on, guys. Okay, so you guys roll up. Charterhall University is an interesting place. It is a very old university and is not the fancy academy that is Duskfall Academy that prepares all the finest officers for the Imperial military and where the highest born people go to continue to stay better than everyone else. But it is both a very large research institution and also a place for the arts. Likely, Dreamer, your parents probably weren't too happy you went to Charterhall University instead of Duskfall Academy, but I feel like you're cool with that. Hearing nothing else, I will continue. So, the architecture varies. Some, like, kind of each building got its own funding. You pull up. The docks are pretty busy because you guys were picking a place or a time that there would be other deliveries being made, and this would be pretty normal. However, as you all roll up, you see customs officials there, or some sort of officials, military officials. These aren't your average blue coats. These are the inspectors The detectives, the private eyes. Go ahead and make the dick jokes you want to make. They are here. And it seems like they are conducting a routine inspection of the docks.
Can we sail on past?
Because the way this happens, I'm gonna say you guys are pulling into the dock when you notice. So you guys can reverse course, but you're pulling into the dock.
Us.
Yep, this is the partial success. This is the risky situation you're in.
Alright, who's gonna talk it out of?
Yeah, we've got this. Yeah, we can figure this out.
Alright, we'll pull in there.
Alright, you go ahead and pull into the dock. You do so. You do see your contact, some poor grad student who doesn't want to be there, is waiting with a dolly. And then, yeah, there are the various officials. They seem to be going over all the canal boats, giving things a once-over, looking at manifests.
Dreamer, you're in charge here. You commissioned this, okay.
Oh, I can certainly try.
You're making up the story. We're all listening to you and going with you what you say, okay? We don't have time to make it up.
No, I got it.
All right.
I've got documents.
As you all are planning that, you see someone come rolling up. Did I put in my, generic dude token? No, I didn't. I never do. I'll make it a tile. Come here, buddy. You see an inspector walking up. Definitely smarter than the average blue coat, or at least sharper, or cares more about their job. And unfortunately, less able to be bribed than the average dude. But I don't know if I have a handy-dandy inspector. You know what? I'm just going to use... I had used this for another person in the one-shots, but screw it. I like this face as an inspector. We're going with it. I'll have to change all the art, but there you go.
Yeah, very inquisitive.
Yes. She comes walking up, clipboard in hand, nose turned up at the sight of the Siren's Lament, because it's like a tier 0 boat, guys. It's not a good boat. And eyes narrowed, walks up, you hear the little click, click, click of her heels, and just looks expectantly at you all.
Certainly. We have documents as an item on our sheets. I don't know if they count for this.
I was standing off the side, rolling up a rope.
Just being busy over there?
Yeah.
You have on your documents? Where's documents?
This is generic items on the right side.
Documents.
I don't know if these could be used to represent manifests.
I would say that's a reasonable thing for you guys to have done, to make it look like a manifest based on the plan. However, somebody is going to have to flashback and make some rolls for how good these are. But you won't take stress because this is a reasonable thing for you to have done.
What would this be under?
You tell me. Remember, you can hover over each ability, and it will tell you.
Yeah, kinda. Sorry, it might be a second.
I guess here's another question. Question. is this more you want the docs to be, or the documents to be, like, bulletproof, or are you just going to kind of distract her from it? I also got distracted by chat because they asked who the coxswain is, and I'm like, that is another question on a boat. And now I'm giggling.
Alright, so, I guess my initial plan, team, was to hand off paperwork that was good enough and just chat them up to keep them semi-distracted. Hopefully having noticed something about them that would be a conversational topic. Although now that I'm looking at this token, that doesn't feel like it will work as well. Something about this person that I want, like, bulletproof, I feel like.
Yeah. Too straight
Oh,
laced
good.
or otherwise.
If Dreamer gets them distracted enough, maybe we can just like slowly start walking away with the load, hauling it away. Not like we're trying to run away, but like we're just doing our job. And it's all done with, so we can go.
She
hella sus.
Yeah, she is like it kind of in between you guys and where you would be unloading.
Okay.
Because this is a bit of an operation. I will say, you do have your fine cover identity, Dreamer.
Yeah, I do have that.
So
Well, that's what
I
this
would
is gonna get rolled
argue-
into this.
Yeah,
But...
okay.
Oh, it's just paperwork too. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, let's use that.
Yeah, because cover identity would cover... would cover paperwork.
Alright, yeah, we'll use that. We got some fine cover identity. We planned on this.
Yeah, and then I would say this is, if you're, basically you've got it to work well enough, you're going to be rolling some sort of social thing. My guess is this is a sway, because you are bluffing.
Yeah, probably sway. Unfortunately. Because, unfortunately, consort, which I'm much better at, is only really good for people I'm already aware of, so... Alright,
Alas.
fair enough. Yes, alright. So let's see, we've got our fine cover right. Alright, so he pulls out the paperwork and just like... here you go, Inspector. I'm guessing that's what they're called.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
There you go, Inspector. We're just trying to get our stuff done. Working here. Just be super fucking blue collar about this.
We're all working here.
I'll look over at the Dreamer and say, "How much longer, boss? You said we get out early today. They'll get a bonus."
Listen, someone's working here, they say. You know.
We're working here. Come on. That's bullshit.
The more ridiculous you are, the more likely they want you to move along, I've learned. So just like, yeah, no, just, here you go. Take the stuff, we're working on it.
Her eyebrow raises even further, and she says, "We're all working here. Obviously, the safety of the Empire comes before all, wouldn't you say?"
Yeah, I look around. Yeah, definitely a lot of Empire danger here.
Yeah, for the Empire. Yeah, it's the version of saying America.
Yeah, like Marca.
Empire.
There's probably some saying about the immortal emperor, like long may he reign or something. It's not like God save the king, because the dude's like almost 1,000 years old. Like, he's immortal for a reason. Like, they call him that for a reason. But I'm sure there's something.
They switch it.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
They switch it. It's the king save the god now.
Yeah. Or like, emperor save us all.
To the everlasting.
Yeah, there we go. To the everlasting. And she holds her hand out for the paperwork. You may go ahead and give me that sway. I'm gonna say you are in a risky standard. And you get a die because you have fine implements. So you get one modifier plus one.
Modifier plus one.
Just to see how it all works. It's
Yeah.
possible for me to try and give him a bonus somehow
Yes,
Like,
you can assist.
while he's talking.
That
I like-
is...
Just sort of interrupt and start talking about. I want myself as a distractor.
yeah, so... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That's about what I was going to say. If I can distract her while he's talking to her to try and just, keep her confused a little bit.
Okay. It is, 1 stress, you can give him another extra bonus die.
I'll do that.
Alright.
As he starts handing her papers, I'll say, "Hey, Inspector, is it true? I heard that you got fish, catfish in the canal here, big enough to eat a baby."
She's desperately trying to ignore you.
Amazing. Alright. Anything else, or am I making this roll now?
You are making that roll.
Alright. So for the best. Come on, 6s. Oh.
Woohoo!
Nice, you do it. Yeah, so you're going on about catfish, and she's just wanting nothing to do with it. You know, in case, like, your blue collarness is catching.
I caught a little... oh, God.
No, I'm sorry. Keep going rough thing.
Catching a little bit of the, what's the shitty territory where people suck? In this world.
Yeah, Dunslow. I was about to be like, where is Ghost Eater? Where do you live?
Yeah, catch a little Dunslow there. To really pile on. Like when she says
I'll look at
something.
it.
Just doing...
Hey, Inspector, are you married?
She just gives you a look. Like, just the look. I'm just gonna, like,
Does that
zoom
mean
in.
yes or no?
That is none of your business.
The boys and I are going to the bar later. You want
I
to
got
join
some
us?
tattoos. I got some tattoos you might like looking at.
I am not
These tattoos.
interested in inspecting your tattoos, sir. Merely the cargo.
All right.
Please, carry on.
I guess, you know, we'll have to pop open like the towels or something.
So you all are able to get past her and her inspection. You can't hand it off directly to the grad student. They're waiting. You know, like most docks, there's like a, you know, the actual docks, then sort of a fenced area out of the loading. And you got to make it over there, in which you do see there are more inspectors who have some sort of, I guess, shall we say, arcane equipment or some sort of detecting type objects on them. You know, to see if, like, anything has some weird resonance.
Is Wing, is he our new spirit person?
Not a spirit person.
Okay.
Your box starts to hum a little bit.
You got someone got something to disrupt this device?
Is that possible, Sam? Is there such a thing as blocking spiritual energy from these kind of devices?
There is hang on, let me pull up Ghost Eaters. I mean, they make spirit bottles that contain spirits, so obviously there is a way to contain. There probably would be a way to do it. The question is would you have it? There's also, this is what I'm looking at to see under the crafting. With the leech, if there's something that you could have on you, because you have your cool bandolier. There is Alkahest, which is essentially a potion that gets rid of the effects of alchemical things. So since there is a neutralizer there, I would argue you could have something. It's just whether you would have it. That feels more like a ritual or some sort of special gadget.
Gadget, you say?
Yeah, can Firebox pull a gadget out of his ass?
I can.
Not the one probably this good, just based on the tier of the item. However, hold on. I'm not just telling you no. What kind of GM do you think I am? As part of your
Reasonable
flashback,
one, huh?
yeah, reasonable one. Well, no, I always I don't just say no. I say no, but insert jokes here. Part of flashbacks can include downtime activities. Oh man, I feel really bad for stream noise because I accidentally hit a button and it made a whole lot of sound. So apologies for that. In your downtime activities, you can acquire an asset. That would be an asset.
Then perhaps we can do a flashback and acquire one of these, because the box has certainly been humming for quite a while. And it seems like it would be reasonable for us to try and tamper that down.
Fair enough. So, that would obviously be based on your tier, which is 0. If you get a critical, you can get that up to a 2. And I'm going to say that you want this to be as high tier as possible, because the Empire, for the record, they are tier 6.
Damn.
Now, I mean, are these regular people doing the scanning tier 6? You don't know. But I'm just saying. The best you can do is 2. If you want to have that be your flashback. I'm telling you. Also, you would have to spend coin. That you don't have. So you would have to get a loan again.
This is a terrible plan. I'm hating this plan.
What are these other people doing? They're scanning. They're scanning people after they've been inspected, is that right?
Yeah, for like magical resonance, spiritual stuff.
Yeah, basically you guys have made it past the mundane hurdle. Now you've got to make it past the magical hurdle.
Gotcha.
Well, when it comes to these devices, like, does it only recognize that, this shit's, like, somewhat magical? Or is there, like, more fine-tuned specifics that it can register?
The answer to that is yes. It depends on the tier of the item.
Okay.
Could we have a flashback where one of us that knows about this sort of stuff thinks there might be something like this and acquires basically a magical distracting device, like a little, like really does a little ghost, a little monkey clanging its claws together and crawls across the floor, clang, clang, clang. Something like that, but less visible and more ghostly, so it makes their things buzz and they'll fully run off and chase it. One of us can get through while doing that. Does that make sense?
That does make sense. I think what you could do if you wanted to do a decoy item, as in have something spiritual, like, not spiritual, but spirit-like in the manifest on the box, or in a crate going through that was not declared, essentially try to, like, sneak in a spirit bottle or something, and then while they're putting that over in the TSA line, you guys get the crate through. I would say that I would allow.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds better my idea.
Yeah. I mean, we do have arcade implements on our sheets.
Yeah, if you guys wanted to just use that, somebody use that as their load, toss it in there, and then just, say, oh, there's nothing arcane in here, to go through the scanner to cause the issue.
I will do it.
Okay.
Oh, Kathy, you haven't had any all day.
Okay.
Yeah, do you have any flavors, Kathy?
You want some cream?
Oh, you might want to mute yourself there, Dirk. Also, oh no, I have a cat screaming at me. Hang on.
Yeah, I took my earbuds off. I forgot what that does.
Yeah, no worries. Also, everyone's been listening to music on the actually the Kyrobot music went away. There we go. but we've been listening to music on Kyrabot, but the real Kyra has appeared. Because apparently she was standing outside my door screaming, and I feel really bad for everyone else in the house, because who knows how long it took me to hear it. So, is this a, Wing, is this a spur of the moment, I'm gonna, like, just chuck some arcane implements into the box, or are we flashing back? That you could do it.
I feel like just having random arcane implements in the box would be fine enough.
Okay.
I mean, I hope.
Alright. So, who's gonna stay with the box that pings, and who's gonna roll the not Ark of the Covenant through the checkpoint?
I'll stay with the box that pings.
I think Dusk and Firebox are the ones that are moving the box.
Alright, that's fair. There's absolutely nothing suspicious about a Horned Taichirosi and a burly Scav dude pushing an unmarked crate at such time as this. Absolutely nothing suspicious.
Nah.
Alright. Wing. This is your distraction plan.
Yes.
How are you doing it? It's your role.
Let's see.
Now, remember, everyone, there is such a thing called a group action, in which you roll for each character who participates in the group action. The best single roll counts for everyone. But if you, it's also, I have it I have more detail over here next to the, I'm going to shift ping. Warning, everyone, shift ping.
Thank you. Oh, for stress.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Fair enough.
that does mean whoever's on, if you guys have the two teams. So essentially, we're doing, it could be that group action as the setup action for then the two rolling the crate through the checkpoint.
Okay. But I would like to use a sway to use my charm as a decent distraction alongside my arcane implements.
All right.
Trying to make a little bit of a kerfuffle, just like, I put those in there? What? I'm so sorry.
Okay, is it just you or somebody helping out? Do we want to make this a group thing? How are we doing?
I am fine taking the stress if we so wish.
Okay. I will. What is this sway that you're going for? I will just continue my nonsense or just like, just rambling, just rambling on through the whole thing. Kind of like Tusk and Dreamer, just rambling at people like old people.
All right. Well, I believe Tusk and Firebox are rolling the crate. So.
Well, yes. No,
Yeah,
I was saying like
in
from
general,
before.
Yeah, from before. Okay. Do we want to do this as a group action, or do you want to just take the one stress and give the assist?
I will just use my foresight and give the assist without taking
For
the
free.
stress.
Okay.
Yep.
Give yourself a modifier plus 1 die, and then give me that roll. Risky standard.
Okay, gotcha.
If I don't say it, it's risky standard.
Ooh.
Thank you, boy.
No problem.
How do you come in for that save there, Dreamer?
Hey, what you doing here? I holds up the manifest paperwork. I told you that you were supposed to label this. Why didn't you put it on here? Listen, they're always bunch of the stuff. It's fine. You can take it, confiscate this, apologize.
It's the Marcus
Sorry,
Brody
boss.
defense. Like, just wave the paper.
No
in their
idea.
face.
Yep.
I attempt to appear chastised and hand over the random spirit bottle.
New guy, always fucking up, right?
All right. While that's happening, Firebox, Tusk, you hear another, like, this kerfluffle happening. You see the graduate student on the other side. There's the opening. You could just keep pushing this box.
Yeah, we'll try that. I tell
Yeah, push.
yeah, you push no matter what happens. Somebody comes up, I'll distract her, and you keep pushing my guy. All right.
Good idea.
All right. Here we go.
All right. So I'm gonna say this is
What is pushing?
Yeah, well, that's what I was looking at. And it kind of tells me, like, are you guys, you're not trying to, like, be like, oh, nobody's noticing me. It's just the, like, you just do what you do. Like, you're supposed to be there doing what you're supposed to be doing.
I think so, yeah.
Alright, I think I'm just going to call for a general... I feel like this would either be... I think this would be a resolve. Just general resolve roll. Or you can give me a result, like one of those actions if you want to sell me on it. Command, consort, or sway. I could take command. You're technically not commanding anyone, but basically you're just acting like you belong there. So I would say, like, that specifically says obedience with the force of personality. So that would be acting like you belong there. I would say command. But you sell me on something.
I guess, like, Tusk is telling, like, Firebox what to do, like, giving him orders, like, yeah, push over there, just move it over there. That sounds like command.
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
telling everyone, like, yeah, move out of the way.
All right. Yeah, I guess. Can you roll?
Yep.
Do I have to roll the dice? Can you roll it for me, please?
I can.
Thank you.
And I'm going to give you a bonus die because of that setup action.
Okay.
You didn't need the setup. Look, let's be real. These mooks see this Taichirosi dude rolling up with, like, his horns popping out of his Mario flat cap. And then this big bruiser coming in behind. And they're just like, you know what? We're not paid enough for this. Like, no thank you. And they just let you go on through. That or they're rubbernecking at, like, the distraction team in general. So you are able to make it through. You're able to do the handoff. You know, you get whatever. They're not gonna, like, just hand you, like, a crap ton of coin right there, but whatever information for probably, like, the location of the dead drop. You get something. The only thing remaining is now we've got Wing and Dreamer tied up with this TSA checkpoint. Also, guess who comes click-clacking up with their heels afterwards?
Oh. Boo.
And this is there a problem here?
I'm so sorry. I accidentally left a spirit bottle in here. It's entirely my fault. Please confiscate it.
Accidentally left a spirit bottle. An incredibly valuable item. You just left it in there. Why did you have it?
What are spirit bottles used for?
Spirit bottles are used to contain spirits. Like, legitimately.
Okay. Just I usually keep one around to keep myself safe, you know?
In case you, some random person, comes across a malevolent spirit and decides to wrestle them in there without a lightning lure, without anything else, you just shove them in. Sure.
Hey, a man can dream sometimes. I like to posture a little bit to myself.
Right. Well,
Which I stick
we will be confiscating it, and you and your boss here will be subjected to a thorough and invasive search. Step this way. You get taken to like the curtained area where like you are going to be asked to bend over and cough.
Thought
as
I had to get
Wing
paid. I
goes-
thought I paid extra for this.
and as Wing goes in, it's just like, at least buy me dinner first.
Keep being sassy, and I will by putting you in Iron Hook, where you get all your meals.
Wing's face definitely goes a little bit flat. It's just like, I prefer not there. Maybe somewhere in the area here.
No, that sounds good. In fact, it looks like you might have some experience in that arena. What was it you said your name was again? And now she's reaching for everyone's documentation. Dreamers, your cover identity, cover your crew.
Let's read it. Find covered in paperwork. Submitted to pass as a different person. Just sounds like a single person.
Alright. Asking for your paper there, Wing.
You should flashback. So you
Uh,
had.
Yes, I would like to do a flashback to have non-super incriminating documents of my person that maybe do not have all of my crimes, but maybe only a minor crime.
Okay. I'm gonna say, unless you do the acquiring an asset, you're probably not gonna be able to get one that's gonna pass. Again, we got a tier issue here. The best you guys can craft is tier 2. This is the full. You're standing. Okay, Star Wars analogy here. You're talking to Tarkin right now. Like, this isn't you. Yeah. You have the full and undivided attention.
Then I suppose I will actually hand over my actual documents, I suppose.
Oh boy.
All right. And what all is she going to find connected to you? There.
The fact that he is a convict and has been to prison, but is basically working more as a mercenary right now. I don't know if like there are job details in these kind of documents.
Not on those, but I mean, if she runs any sort of background or record search.
Yeah, then that would probably pop up.
Okay, but what were you in Iron Hook for?
Murder.
Oh damn! Did you do it?
What the fuck?
Yeah, he did it.
Okay.
What the fuck? I need to do a better background check.
All right, tell us the story. No, like I'm invested now, and I believe it will be close to time for doggo break. Noble, do you need doggo break?
Yes.
Okay. After we find out what Wing did to get like who he murdered, we will be going on stream break. So if you want, I don't know if you're still taking care of neighbors' dogs and want a head start on break.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So, all right, Wing. Oh, good lord, sorry. Kyra just almost knocked a whole bunch of things over. Are you okay, cat? Oh my god. The cat is fine. My blood pressure is not. Speaking of that, who'd you kill and why?
Let us see. He killed another criminal who basically attempted to play on Wing's weakness for one of his friends. He's like, haha, I killed your friend, but ended up like he actually didn't, but in like a moment of weakness and rage, Wing committed a crime of passion and killed the man
All
as
right.
revenge for a killing that didn't actually happen.
Then okay, so the scene is Wing is being sentenced and carted off to Iron Hook, and then sees his friend in the crowd watching as he's like carted
Basically.
away. Fantastic. Hold on, let me make a note. Make Wing's friend. Okay. And after the break, you can tell me what kind of criminal and what faction he was associated with, and who would probably be mad at you guys and mad at Gravedust for working with such a horrible individual. Dreamer, what's your fine backstory for today? Your cover.
I mean, fine cover obviously is just part of a small. I don't get a name. Rusty Manuel. There we go. That sounds dirty, but it worked. I originally almost said
Rusty
Lin Manuel, but I'm like
No,
so
Rusty Manuel. Okay.
Yeah. And no, he is a small business owner with a tiny shipping company. It's a personal thing. He's building it up all by himself. He's fairly new, taking on what jobs he can, struggling in these hard times. He even employs, people who are down on their luck, who society won't bring up with them, and he's trying to, just make a better life for all. Basically hires convicts because they're cheap labor.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. So it is kind of in the backstory, like you hire cheap convict labor. So yeah, we will see how this woman responds when we get back from break.
Terrible idea, but I'm rolling with it.
Yeah. Nope. It's happening now. Rusty Manuel, which sounds like a drink or something else that you do that would be on Urban Dictionary. But yeah, stick around. It should be, let's just go ahead and say 9:15. We might be back a little bit earlier, but 9:15 Eastern, or in about 15 minutes. Thanks, guys. We shall return.
think we'll let Wing figure it out.
Alright, everybody, and we're back. I believe leaving things in a precarious position because we have Mr. Murder Boy.
Mr. Murder.
Mr. Murder.
Murder.
We have, over the break, we did name our inspector, Claudia Cochran. Yeah. And, yeah. So that's what we were doing. We are missing somewhat missing a dreamer. He will be here momentarily. But we can move on with our plan. We left off with, Mr. Murder being interrogated by Claudia, Inspector Cochran, and we have Tusk and Firebox having just made the delivery of the creepy humming box and are walking away. You guys get the sense that Wing and Dreamer will be getting cavity searched for the near future.
Should we ditch them?
You think that we ditch them?
Yeah.
No, we'll wait here. They'll want to ride home and when we get done, maybe some sort of lotion.
Okay.
Went for their backsides. I think we just wait for them here. I mean, it'll be unpleasant, but I don't think we need to some sort of rescue or something.
I mean, we could try to rescue them somehow, but I don't know. I don't know how.
No, I don't think what they're going through is worth the rescue. They can take it.
That might make things worse,
Yeah.
so better to just bide your time, I think.
They're hardened criminals. Well, they will be now. Love that meme with Stan sitting next to me with a rope around my neck. First time?
Alright, so if you guys do wait, I will say there is the risk of the Siren's Lament also being searched.
Oh, in that case, yeah, let's move it out here.
Okay. So you're just gonna roll out and be like, "Yo, we'll pick you guys up later. We got more deliveries."
Yeah.
Sure.
I will point out that Chad did just bring up the fact that you guys never think of bribing people. I will also remind Chad that they have no money.
Yeah, we have negative money right now, and Sam was very, very upfront that this lady, Claudia now, cannot be bribed.
She cannot. I mean, other people, could have, I mean, if you wanted to, theoretically, you could do a flashback and bribe some of these other people, had you known that they were going to be there. But
again, negative money.
yeah. I mean, you could have, a little bit of plot money. That just, be a little bit harder. But, alright, you guys can leave them. Alright, so we got Firebox. Oh, damn. Yeah, that is true. You have access to drugs and access to flesh peddling. Chat's gonna make you guys horrible people. I love it. So, Firebox, Tusk, you guys heading off.
We're gonna stay in the area
Alright,
to avoid getting involved with any cops.
alright,
I think we should leave to pick up the drop and get the money.
that's what I was gonna say. Are you guys gonna pick up the drop?
We should get the money.
I feel like we should maybe have all this with in case something goes wrong. But it's up to you. If you want. All right, let's go then.
Yes, the right mover is always to get the money.
I can always tell when Noble's planning something hilarious because that laugh comes out.
What? No.
What? Oh, yeah, you also missed the name of, Dreamer's cover identity. I feel like you should know it, Opal.
Did you miss it? Did you
Wait,
miss
I think
Rusty
it was...
Manuel?
were you there for Rusty Manuel?
Rusty man. Oh, what?
Yeah, Rusty Manuel, the small business owner of a small shipping company who brings in people who are ex-cons to assist them, you know, in getting back into the workplace, as well as being a good source of cheap labor, because he is an Duskvalian.
Right. Is that the new leader of the gang? Oh no, that's still
No, this is cover
Me.
identity for
That's...
Greer.
that's his cover identity.
Noble
One
is
of his
still the
cover
true
Yeah,
leader.
oh, yeah,
of-
yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Alright, so, you guys have officially delivered the box. We've got Firebox and Tusk picking up the money. I will say, Dreamer, you know that, your, Rusty Manuel cover is well in shot. You would probably have to, you know, spend some work to get another, detailed boat captain type cover. But eventually, you will get out. I assume because you guys were rolling light as civilians, you don't have anything overly incriminating upon you.
I'd imagine, especially with the smuggler rigging, you know, quotation
Yeah.
marks.
Yep. Okay. So
They would find some weird packs of dead insects on my person.
I hope not, you know. I hope they find them in your pockets and not in your...
Not my prison pocket, no, my actual pockets. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
I'm glad I
Soul
actually
pocket.
remembered to put the like content warning on the stream.
I'm in this game and you wouldn't.
Yeah. I kept forgetting to check the box. I remembered this time. So, alright. We have played the, played that game. I will say, you guys did this, you know, mid-morning. It's gonna be evening before you all reconvene. For the sake of things, I'm gonna have you all reconvene, together, when we get the money and we handle that last little bit of downtime. Then if you guys do want to do another downtime in between, you can. Nobody's picked up a lot of stress, but you theoretically could, or we could launch into the next score. Unless, of course, either of you were going to do the dumb with Inspector Cochran.
I had no intentions to.
Nope.
You give me one stress on my character sheet from when I assisted earlier.
Oh, that's right. There you go.
Thank you.
So, you all get back. Let me pull up. Held by top N. That is completed. So, you're going to get, based on the likely payoff, I'm going to say you guys get, as a team, 8 coin, or the equivalent in items. That sounds like a lot. However, you probably want to, you know, pay back that apothecary, because I do have a counter on that. Which was 3. Then, if you all go to, hang on, let me bring us over to, okay. There we go. Our downtime. Alright, come here, Claudia. You gotta go. You're in the way. Love you too, babes. Payoff. So, as I said, you get about 8 coin, because this was a big score. But, you are going to have to subtract that coin equal to your tier plus 1. Because remember, you are operating under the auspices and somewhat protection of the owner of the Vale, Roland Valeris. Which means overall, you guys start then with 7. Are you going to immediately pay off Firebox's apothecary?
For the best, I think.
Yeah,
we
might as
could.
well.
Alright. So that gives you a total of 4 coin.
Terrible.
Now,
I mean, it's fine. I was joking.
Nothing.
now you each can carry up to 4 coin on your person. Otherwise, that goes into stash. Do I need to go over all that, or do we know it?
Please go over.
Okay. Let me find it. Or, you know, the 5,000 places that it's mentioned. Alright, so you have... Nope, that's not it. I don't even know where it is in here. Essentially, you can carry up to 4 stash on you. Sorry, 4 coin on you before it has to go into stash. Once it goes into stash, you're essentially putting it in the bank or otherwise investing it. Here it is, page 42. I don't necessarily mean investing it legitimately, it's just you're doing something with it. Your stash is ultimately what determines how you retire. If you have 0 to 10 stash, you are a poor soul. You end up in the gutter, awash in vice and misery. Stash 11 to 20, meager. A tiny hovel that you can call your own. Stash 21 to 39, modest, a simple home or apartment with some small comforts. You might operate a tavern or small business. Stash 40, fine, a well-appointed home or apartment claiming a few luxuries. And you might operate a medium business. Now, notably, each full row of stash on your character sheet indicates the quality level of your lifestyle. So, it starts with 0, street life, which is where you all are now, and can go up to luxury. Note, once you put coin in stash, it costs 2 stash for each coin you get out of it, because you have to liquidate it.
That's expensive.
Yeah, well, that's the point.
Yeah.
Because it's like, the stash is like, you know, you're putting it into something, so now you're trying to sell it off quickly when you're trying to get the money back. Just kind of reminds me of red markets a little bit. I guess this probably came out first, so probably red markets reminds me of this.
Chat, because even in an RPG, bankers are the real villains.
True that.
That's my next character, banker. I don't know what game.
You do talk a lot about loaning money sometimes, so I think it'd be accurate for you to do that.
Yeah, I got to loan my nephew money to buy a house, then help him move in so he could give me $5 to grab a drink. Real good. Anyways,
What a good banker.
yeah, actually, it wasn't him. It was his girlfriend who gave me the $5 that I declined, by the way. Anyways, all right, fair enough. All right, everything's going into the bag.
Yeah.
Whose?
No. I assumed that we were each grabbing 1 coin each, right? Like
Okay.
whoever is our, and then
Sirocco's just out of luck.
fucking Sirocco, he's not here. That's not it. I don't know what to tell
Okay.
him.
I'll give him my coin. Because we paid my
Bro.
debt.
That's fair.
Sirocco.
Huh? Sirocco? The subs character.
I'm joking.
I mean, to be fair, he was one of the people that was there for the actual job. This was a separate thing. We ended up having to we ended up getting do 2 jobs to get 1 job successful. Good job,
That's
team.
true.
Alright, I will put 1 coin on Sirocco's character sheet.
And I assume that we get sending it over to Ghost Eater. Or they can do whatever they want with it. I don't give a shit. They had to get invasively
Actually,
searched.
yeah, you know what? Fuck you, Ghost Eater. I'm keeping this. You're not even paying me for it.
I
keeping this
appreciate
fun.
your commitment to roleplay.
No,
You're
he's
welcome.
gonna kill Ghost Eater now.
Tusk will put his in the bag also.
Okay. Put it in your stash.
Yeah, it's there.
Alright, will do. You have 1 stash. Alright, and you have officially completed. Held by top men.
Our first score.
Yeah! Officially done.
Yeah.
After so much. Yay.
Is there like a separate like XP pool for this particular element, or
Nope.
boy, this seems like a lot of extra work for nothing. Well, I mean, for the 1 coin each.
XP technically goes by session.
Oh, okay.
So
fair
it'll
enough.
be for today.
Oh, all right. No, that makes perfect sense.
Which is how, like, even if you're doing a downtime session or something, like, you still have a chance to get XP.
Maybe Ghost Eater got some XP last time.
Yeah, I don't know if we did XP last time, did we? Maybe we didn't
Well,
do
no,
anything worthy.
We would do it today, but I didn't do anything.
Oh,
I
do we
think
not?
it was something in.
We'll deal with both at the end of this session. I mean, unless you guys really want to do it right now.
Nah. Keep the
Nah.
session.
Okay. Alright, so, this is... your guys' chance to figure out what all's going on here, because, you finished your first score. You've got, 2 options right now. The making a difference and the... Oop, I clicked that off. Dreaming of floss. As a reminder, up here in the corner, you can also claim turf or otherwise do a score to further progress your crew holdings. You can all go around and do more downtime.
Another score.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. What are we interested in doing, team?
We should get the floss.
No. I'm sorry. I'm
No,
fixing that out. I don't want to go back to the rail station.
I have no interest in going back to the rail station on this day and this week. Maybe that might be a lost cause. We might have to follow up on where it goes and then get it from there.
Yeah.
Fair.
What was the other one? Why aren't these opening? Am I doing something wrong? Nope.
They weren't opening for me.
Oh, is it not
either.
opening for you? Alright, hang on.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, I forget I had to click a thing, show to players.
Alright. Let's see, making a difference. What's this one? 6 coin, 3 heat. Ugh. More Imperial attention. Why are these all Imperial attention? What are we doing?
I guess in that case, can we make our own score?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, so you've
That
got
makes more sense.
you've got several goals here. I mean, you can go up against the Brokeback Goats. You can
That I do want to do. Scott mentioned it earlier.
look into some various things. You know, try to kind of take some of their turf, their area. You could, yeah. I mean, the world is your oyster. As just a little bit to go over, the crew map here. With grave under the Gravedust tab, not tab, but up here. What? I heard a laugh.
Just Christopher's chat.
I did. There are only so many things I can look at. All right. Do you guys want to know the mechanical benefits for at least the nearest ones on here? So your luxury fence, your fleet, or your turf?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. I'll tell you eventually when I get there. Sometime. There it is. So, you have a luxury fence, which gives you +2 coin in payoff for scores that involve high-class targets. A fleet means your cohorts have their own vehicles. You don't have cohorts yet. And then turf, of course, the more turf you have, the less rep you need in order to move up a tier. Do I need to remind you what that does?
Please.
Okay. Moving up a tier essentially is how, you know, right now you're 0, the Imperial military is 6, you would then be 1. In order to do that, you essentially fill it up with gaining rep, and then I believe you pay a certain amount of coin, and you level up your crew tier. As per usual, this is in 5,000 places in this book.
Still better than Vampire the Masquerade.
It is still better than Vampire the Masquerade.
Thank you, dogs. I agree.
Yes, yes. The hounds.
Luxury fence. Money.
That is, of course, more like your typical heist rather than, you know... Now, I don't know. This is something that, like, I would need to look into. Hang on.
Hey, you know something that we totally missed, and I don't know if this is a unique situation from last week?
What?
Isn't there a crew special ability to not get possessed?
We did not
I-
miss it last week. It came up.
Yes.
Okay.
I think Samara was just special.
Okay.
It might not have been possession.
Ooh.
We don't know. We don't know what it is.
There are more dog barking noises.
Yep, yeah. Somebody's got doggos in the background. Is that you, Noble? Alright. I was just trying to find the list on the reps, and I keep getting distracted by other things. But yeah, no, essentially you guys can do whatever you want. The world is your oyster. I know I keep saying that, but it's kind of, I mean, that is kind of what it is.
Maybe we can do a quick drive-by and shoot some Brokeback Goats.
That is not in my skill set. Doing a drive-by.
A boat by.
A boat by, yeah.
A row by.
A robot. Still not my strong suit, but
I'd like to take on some Brokeback Goats.
well, what's your plan for taking care of them?
Hmm. Do they have any fronts anywhere that we can take out, I guess?
Well, I mean, I guess probably.
I mean, yeah, they
So.
do.
That shoe shop. It doesn't even make sense. They're goats.
Oh my god, I'm gonna regret the goat thing. All right, let's see. We've got. Yeah, they could have some fronts. How are you gonna look into finding those, though? So this technically falls under the gather information role, which honestly, yeah, that's a thing in the rules. It's a cute suggestion, but to me it is no different than the free play situation, and that seems to be based on the deeper cuts, the direction that Harper was going with it, so we're gonna do that.
You just said a bunch of words at us.
I know, some of that's for like
Yeah.
people who know the rules really, really well who are listening. Do not yell at me. In the PDF, it's page 36, there's the gathering information. There is a specific gather information roll, which is ask a question and make an action roll or a fortune roll. The GM answers you honestly with a level of detail depending on the effect level. The way I see it is this is more the, like, quote-unquote free play in the sense of you guys just tell me what you want to do. And that can go from there.
I suppose since Wing is a particularly newer face to Gravedust, in that he's likely never been seen with them before, he could, like, ask around and see about any rumors or murmurings from the general populace using sway. Charming people into giving information.
Absolutely, that sounds like a good idea. I'm gonna go with yield. Risky standard.
Oh, nice.
Alright, you do it.
Woohoo!
You find out you don't find out a front for them. You're unable to do that. However, you do pick up a bit of information about them. So, they're an odd group. They really are.
I wonder why.
They tend to wear masks during operations. They operate out of Night Market. They traffic in cursed relics, arcane contraband, and are said to have ghost-bound goats that haul their cargo through the underground tunnels. In fact, they are led by a mysterious leader, only known as Bleat. Speaking of bleating, that is how they identify each other in the dark tunnels. They bleat at each other.
My goodness, they are odd.
They're weird. Look, you all can't give me a team name or like a faction name called Brokeback Goats and not expect me to not get weird with it. Come on now.
Still, they're goats.
Someone, I don't know whose idea for Brokeback or whatever there. That was a ridiculous, stupid idea.
You end up Wayne, you end up in a bar. Specifically, the Devil's Tooth, which is on the map. Which is a tavern known for its secret menu of alchemical concoctions. Adventurous psychonauts may experiment with all manner of mind-altering or spirit-altering substances in the relative safety of Mistress Kemper's comfortable establishment. Comfortable is debatable. Let's put it that way. But you find yourself there, listening to this kid. Hang on, how old are you?
30s.
30s. This kid, who is definitely in his 20s, but one of those dudes in their 20s that could honestly be 12 with how, like, tall and gangly and, like, noodly they are.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, everybody seems to call him Kid.
Like a baby goat.
And he is 100% tweaking on something. And you hear him talking about, in some sort of code, maybe, he's talking to somebody about a score. And you feel like you could get enough information about it to take back to your team.
Ooh. So maybe we could get to the score first.
This is also where I'd like everyone to say, "You're welcome, chat."
What?
Thanks, chat.
Thanks, chat. Question marks?
Somebody suggested claim jumping.
And that's what, like, basically stealing a score is?
Yeah. Yeah, you're essentially
Ooh.
stealing a job for the goats, stealing their job.
Take it. I would definitely relay this back to Gravedust.
Do you engage with this kid at all?
Nah. Unless it's to ply him a little bit more. Like, I basically go over, maybe offer a drink or whatever he seems to be imbibing.
Yeah, get him wasted.
Okay,
Mushroom wine.
he looks over. Yeah, he looks over, and he goes, "Oh, hey there. How are you? Hi.
Hey. Hi.
Haven't seen you around here before. You new?"
Yeah, I am new.
Cool. Hey, I'm Kid. Well, it's not my actual name. Marn. Marn's the name, but, you know, everyone calls me Kid. He laughs. It almost sounds like a bleat. It's real weird.
Well, hey there, kid. I'm Wing.
Nice to meet you. So, hi. And he's kind of looking like he's not all there, but he's not there either. You feel like you could steer this conversation wherever you'd like it to go at the moment.
I would definitely like to try and get more information out of him about this score, or anything, I guess, he wishes to divulge about the goats in general.
How do you wish to do this?
By charming him and
By
whatever
swaying him.
Yes, by whatever, and also implementing whatever particular vice he is partaking in right now.
Okay, I will say, because he is tweaking at the moment, this is either a controlled standard, or you could do a risky great effect. If you fail the controlled standard, not much is going to happen. If you fail the risky great, he might get tipped off, he might get spooked, you know. Risk reward.
Yeah, you don't do that. You kill him, then you gotta kill him, you gotta skin him, now you gotta wear a skin to pretend to be him.
I mean,
It's just a
apparently
whole-
he's killed somebody before.
Yeah. Kill him again.
Would you guys prefer I do controlled?
I'm letting you decide.
Yeah, I think that's up to you. Up to
All
your
of you.
character.
I will say one of the tenets of... Okay. Oh, were you seeing even Raj? I was gonna say one of the tenets of Blades is risk it for the biscuit. I mean, that's not what they say, but that's how I say it.
Ooh.
Partial success. All right, there is a complication. Yeah. So you get this tweaker talking. And at first, you know, he he doesn't want to just divulge things, because, like, you know what, like, Bleat is really eyeing him for second in command, and, you know, like, it would be great, but obviously can't really talk about it. But, you know, been working with the goats for a while, and, like, Freddy's great. Freddy talks to me all the time. Like, his Bleats mean something, you know what you mean? And, like, anyway, so totally, we have this whole job coming up, and, like, you've got to do, like, just, you know, point A to point B, not a big thing, right? But it is a big thing, because it's starting to work with people working out in the Lost District, and, like, it's supposed to be, like, a small thing, but a big thing, you know, a big small thing, right? You following?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay, big small thing, and you got to take it from point A to point B, and point A is controlled by these folks that, like, they go out into the Lost District and they find stuff, and, like, they're, like, real crazy. I don't really know much about them. Point B, though. Point B is coming back here and giving it to the Wraiths. So, I'm thinking about calling this Operation Silver Wraith. Because, you know, Silver Nails, Wraith, see how it goes? But I'd have to translate it into the Bleats, though.
That might be a little bit too long and complicated.
I'll ask Freddy about it. Freddy will know. Freddy knows everything. Have you ever looked at a goat that's, like, straight in the eye like this, and he leans forward, like, almost like nose touching your nose? They see things.
Oh, yeah?
And then without breaking eye contact, he reaches over for his glass, misses, grabs yours, realizes that's not his, grabs another one, finally gets it, attempts to very suavely drink it, misses his mouth a little bit, but then finally lands it. It says, "They say secrets."
Oh, yeah? What secrets?
That's secret ghost stuff I can't tell you. Ha! You're tricky. I see what you're doing. You're trying to get me to talk. I wonder who you are, huh? You tell me your secrets.
Wing pretends to muse it over a little bit. What if I say the bats speak to me?
Oh, that's ridiculous. Bats don't talk.
Well, you're just sitting here saying that goats talk.
Our goats talk, not all goats, but like capital G goats, you know?
But what if I say my capital B bat talks?
Whoa, do you have a capital B bat? Can I see it?
Maybe not in person, or up close.
10 types or it didn't happen.
What was that?
I said 10 types or it didn't happen. Very old picture technology. I just said pics or it didn't happen.
Then he sort of like moseys over a little bit and slings an arm over Kid's shoulders, just like, we might have to go for a little walk.
Oh, okay, but like, I'm meeting my friends here, so we gotta do that first. And, yeah, and right as that happens, the door opens up and you see several other folks come swaggering in. And he's like, "Oh, hey guys!" You're looking at some Brokeback Goats.
I twiddle my fingers and say, "Hey."
Who's your new friend there, kid? Oh, this is what was it? Feather, wing. He talks to bats with a capital B.
And if you want, I could be Wang. That's fine.
Like, it just passes right by. Like, one woman, like, in this group of people just kind of, like, snorts a laugh, like, in the background. And they're like, at this point, they're gonna collect, Kid.
That's fine. Yeah.
Like, you're like, okay, like, all right, Kid, you're tripping too close to the non-existent sun here. Come on.
All right, I will leave it be.
As you're walking away, though, the woman who snorted at the Wang joke grips a hold of your arm. You know, like the just kind of brush past, but like grabs the bicep. An incredibly firm grip. And just looks at you. Are you tall? Is this a usual Christopher Tall character, or are you small boy?
Taller.
Taller.
Not super tall.
Okay, you guys are probably about the same height then.
Yeah.
I says, "Thanks for taking care of the kid." He talks a lot. Talks a lot of nonsense. You understand?
Of course. I mean,
because now I know your face.
And now I know yours. He winks at her.
She points at her head and goes, "But it's in my vault. I'll never forget." And then lets you go, and it's going to go walk on it unless you've got some snappy comeback.
Then he'll, I guess, back up a step, blow her a kiss, and just like, then I guess I'll be seeing you later.
She kind of cocks her head and is like, "All right." Though I think I might be a little too much swamp mommy for you to handle. And then everyone hoots, hollers, and she goes to follow them. It's almost like this was somebody possibly intended to run into your other PC. But yeah, you have now learned that the Brokeback Goats are moving trade between the Wraiths, the Silver Nails and the Wraiths, because of course it's the Silver Nails.
Yeah.
Of course, the rest of the crew does not know why that could potentially be a problem, and I don't remember if Stream does as well, because I don't remember when we said that. But anyway, you know what you know. But we're going to pause here for a second. Team, while Wing was out collecting this info, what were the rest of you all doing? Was anybody else doing their own investigation?
I was.
Okay. What was
I look
Tusk up
towards their
to?
investigation. What's that?
I was saying, what was Tusk
Um,
up to?
Tusk is going out and sitting around to the various bars where skulllanders tend to hang out, and other places they don't just hang out in bars. I've seen them restaurants where skulllanders hang out, and parks. I don't know. He's going to the Skullland district, and he's hitting people up, and he's talking to them, and he's making sure he's still in touch with everybody, and they remember him, and he remembers them, and they're all still friends. And when he needs to call on them, he'll be able to do those type of things. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. No, you definitely you go around, you talk to them. You probably hear a bit more about the cause, and you might even run
Yep, no worries.
into Phineas.
Who's Phineas?
Phineas is the contact from the Black Ribbon, who gave you guys the Making a Difference job, or tipped you off to it. Leader of one of the Scotland resistance cells here in the city.
All right. Tell Phineas. At some point I might want to join up with him, but I'm not ready yet.
Okay. But
Oh yeah, he just
you hear about
just going around and doing all that, but also he keeps it ear in the ground. If he hears something, that might be a job. So we got that closer, but that's not his real point for doing this here.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna say, because you're going around doing people, I'm gonna say that's a consort.
Okay.
You need me? I will roll that for you.
Sure. I'm not gonna add anything to it.
Okay, just regular old risky standard.
Yeah.
Failure. I'm gonna go with you lose this opportunity. Unfortunately, right now there's so much heat and pressure on the Scotland refugee community because of the recent Scotland nationalist attacks / terrorist attacks / whatever people want to call it. That it's really hard to get people to hear about it or talk about anything else because they're all worried about it. And the people mainly doing jobs aren't doing jobs at the moment because there's so much heat on them. Also, a whole bunch of talk about, like, these jackasses that decided to break into secured customs at the Ministry of Preservation, and now the entire fucking empire is breathing down everyone's necks. So, like, fuck those guys. However, somebody in the back's like, I heard it was the Brokeback Goats!
Yeah, because we did that. That was our thing.
Yeah, that was actually
the
that was your downtime, I believe, Tusk, last time. Paying that actor, so it's working. You do get that.
All right.
And then there's probably like a big chorus of "fuck them goats." All right. Anybody else doing any investigation? You don't have to. I'm just asking.
I'll say pass this time.
All right, pass. Firebox, you got anything? Or are you just gonna be hanging out, working on the boat?
Yeah, just hanging out.
Tinkering with trains. Okay. All right.
Investigating on my thing.
Yeah. So, Wing, you have your information. You bring it back to the group.
Yes.
You all meet back at the ossuary.
Alright, what you guys learn?
So apparently, this particular Brokeback goat that I talked to says that the goats, capital G, see things and say things, but they are doing a score by getting things from the Lost District from the Silver Nails and bringing them back in to Night Market and giving them to the wraiths.
Yeah. Alright, fair enough.
So we could, I don't know, do that instead. Take over for them.
Yeah. Are you suggesting that we're taking over doing the delivery ourselves, or are you suggesting more we're just gonna interfere with the process?
Either or, I think taking over would give Gravedust a bit more avenues to go forward, I think.
Are we able to do that though? Like 4 members of Gravedust. I think what Dreamer there said that use this opportunity to mess with the goats. We know what sort of jobs they're doing. And we can find out where one is actually happening. And make sure it goes bad.
Yeah, we could
Cut back on the number of goats there are. Fewer goats there are, the better it is for us.
Yeah, we could fuck with it and ruin the reputation some more.
Like, we know offhand how many goats there are out there.
So the goats are a tier, and also you can see. Oh, I need to make that a thing. But if you go to the Gravedust faction tracker, you will see the Brokeback Goats. They are a tier 1, so they are just 1 tier ahead of you, which basically means they are a small gang. So there isn't a gracious amount of them.
Okay.
Specifically, I'd have to look. But I was going to say, do you guys need me to explain what the Lost District is?
Please.
Alright.
I think it's safe to assume you can explain everything.
Okay.
To us.
Well, this is called I don't remember what I've described and what I haven't.
Gotcha. I don't think you have gone over it.
Okay.
At least in my understanding.
The Lost District is... Alright, everyone, get ready. Shift ping. Nobody freak out.
Ah!
So, the Weatherwatch District, as it once was called, suffered numerous misfortunes before an outbreak of plague sealed its fate in the 6th century. Keep in mind, we are in the 9th century right now. When the lightning wall was built to encircle the city, the Lost District was excluded. Smugglers, outlaws, and Deathland scavengers hide bolt holes in the ruins. Scholars and thieves mount expeditions to scour the abandoned estates for hidden treasure.
So we're going beyond. Nice.
Well, that's where the Silver Nails operate. Now, up to you guys what all you're doing, but
it's the play of who are we interfering with? Question: do we wait for it to be grabbed and then take it, from the people who have it and carrying it over, or do we intercept beforehand? That's really the question.
Well, do we want to mess with the? Yeah, I mean, do we have to mess with the silver nails?
Right, we don't have to. That's what I'm saying. Like, once the goats procure the item, we just have to mess with the goats.
Yeah, rather, do we want to mess with the silver nails, like, directly, or? I think we should, like,
Alright, well, there's 4 of us. We should stick to one group at a time. Right, we'll kind of on the goats first.
Oh yeah, but they are transporting from the silver nail, so. Well, that's the point. Like, I think we should. I forgot the word, but like, intercept the package, not go out there. But we don't know where they are taking it through.
Taking it to the race, all right?
Yeah, we know who they are taking it to, but not like how.
Yeah, I mean, that would be part of the mission, is scoping out the area, because this is all narrative, so, we I don't know, we send a fucking bat out, they see the area, we make this shit up as we go. We don't have to plan ahead of time, we jump into the score, and then we say what we were doing. So, like, it's like, what do we want our starting point to be, is essentially what we're picking. before it goes into too much planning.
Mm-hmm.
And what is our goal? What are we trying to accomplish? You pick that beforehand.
That's right.
Yeah.
Are we delivering the stuff to the race, or are we taking it to someone else?
Well, that's what I mean. That's a good point. Like, if the goal is to intercept the goats, we take their stuff, and then it's up to us whether we decide that we're becoming, the new postman, or if we're just gonna sell it off to a fence.
Mm-hmm.
But
Shooting. Hmm?
I don't really like that one too much. That's not really interfering with the goats all that much. They're getting stuff stole, but still, I think we can somehow find out what they're moving. I think somewhere valuable at least, and like get something else to put in there, something not good, and swap them out somehow. Like somebody delivers a toxic ghost thing or something, just silver nails or something like that. You know what I mean? Just to give them a bad reputation, and maybe pull down some imperial heat on them. We're a small group like us. We can't take them on directly. We have to deflect and get other people to hit them for us. Type of stuff. It's just stealing this here from them. Ain't gonna do that much hurt to them. Do one bad job and then move on to the next one. And they'll be looking for us then because they're looking for somebody else who lead back to us. I think the other one they might not even know they've been messed with at all. We do it right and swap us something out with them. They'll think that they got the wrong thing. Well, that's it for me. I can't talk anymore right now. Hopefully you all understand me.
So I think what I was gathering was that doing hang on, let me pull you over to the score page. Swapping out the cargo so you get a combo of one, profiting off of whatever's going on, and two, putting egg on the face of the goats.
Correct. And also maybe bring some heat down on them.
Yeah.
Something bad, like with all the Imperials too. We're like, holy shit, a level 3 toxic ghost intruder or something.
That sounds cool. Super hard too, because I don't know what we would have to do to swap the cargo without them noticing.
Let's find out what it is and stuff. I mean, we can just go and steal the shit too. That's fine by me.
Yeah. So
I might be getting too ambitious.
I will direct you all to the make a plan on this page that I made, because you can have linked plans. That is a thing that you can do. So essentially, just like you can have like a setup action, you can have a setup diversion. And typically, if it's just like a one-off thing, the crew member doing the diversion can catch up with you, or you can legitimately do it as a series of linked scores. Which is what I'm hearing from, like, just complexity levels. So it's not impossible. I'm just throwing that out there.
Alright, let's see. I'm not opposed, it's just, well, yeah. I'm not opposed to doing this, we just have to commit. What is it that we're looking to swap whatever it is that we don't know what it is with?
Dirty laundry.
I think we'll need to figure out what it is that they're smuggling and then find something that's at least physically comparable, but definitely far less value. Because if they're like basically smuggling in a vase and we replace it with a shirt, they're gonna figure it out before they finish up their score, so to say.
Well, that's true. I mean, they gotta be transporting in like something like a box or I don't know. So we just have to probably have to swap the contents of whatever they are using. Could also just be an empty box. Like if they're using a box, we could just leave it empty and they probably won't notice.
You know what? Listen to whispering voices in my head. This is, Scott. We, what about? Don't we have a B team specifically to help handle all these side things that are going on while we're completing other goals? I.e. tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah, something linked plans, B team, A team.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, we decide how we want to split this up into 2 jobs. We have a group tomorrow, like literal group tomorrow, handle the one half, and we do the other half.
Sure, okay. Sounds good.
So.
Guess the other team is down for it.
Yes, they are.
They will be.
Executive
There's a lot of overlap.
All right. So you're saying that our little team is not just 4 people.
So
a bigger group, that's not.
This could be a way. Maybe you guys, recruit some more folks. But yeah, yeah, it could be more. Just so far we haven't seen them, but they're here.
This could be the recruiting mission.
The test.
Pull this off and you're in.
Yeah.
Alright, we just have to decide what the 2 halves of the plan. Like, the plan, if my understanding, if I heard it correctly, was you think that it's a brilliant idea, and I probably am likely to agree, to basically procure one type of cargo to replace another group of cargo with, and then we sell off the cargo that we've taken. Is that the long and short of it?
Well, also either narking on the Brokeback Goats or some sort of thing to bring heat on them. Was also my understanding. Yeah, that was the...
Oh. In that case, it doesn't make a difference where the second cargo goes, because you actually want them to get caught with even worse contraband cargo than whatever the hell it is they probably already have.
Correct.
What would be a bad contraband for them to find?
Ghost shit.
So they can actually have in their box, their ship or whatever. The ghost ship.
I mean, that could always be what the B team is doing, is acquiring that.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were talking about.
Yeah. So whatever you're going to plant on them is the...
Oh, you said ghost shit.
Yeah, not ship. Yeah, ghost.
Okay.
Ghost excrement.
Copy, alright.
Sorry, I am a ghost ship. That'd be pretty fucking cool too, but I don't think that's the type of thing that's easy to just kind of give a hand off.
That's a longer thing. I mean, yeah, if you guys wanted to just swap whatever they're smuggling in with like a knockoff something, like that would be easy to do. But if it's something like you want them to get, caught and have to, collectively, bend over and bleat, you are probably going to have to find an item. You do know right now, obviously, there's still some pressure on for anything related to the Scoundrel resistance. So, I mean, obviously, if you guys wanted to be absolute assholes, you could combine the Making a Difference quest, use that stuff, and then, have the Brokeback Goats get caught with that. But I feel like the Scovs in your group might have something to say about it. Just saying. Also, as a reminder, I believe last week, both Aversive Tactics and Cody said you guys should do the Making a Difference quest, so I'm just saying.
I'm fine with that.
But... So,
Well,
you don't want to necessarily, sell out on them, but...
No,
You could...
that's definitely I'm doing that.
You do know that what the Silver Nails... in fact, actually, I think, Wing, you know some stuff about the Silver Nails, don't you?
Yes.
Let me take a look-see. Yeah, nah,
They
you
just have-
know that.
They would have skills in forging documents. That skill set in this game.
That falls under... So, forging documents, that's always, a weird thing for me. Because, it's kind of, I think, assumed that you guys have it. This is, I'm going to throw this one to chat. Because there's not really a, forgery. I would say you would probably, if anything, study. Because you would have to study the documents that are there in order to then, replicate. That's probably what I would use. Some
So in this case,
some sort of... Because that's...
in this case, I meant forgeries to make it look like messages from different groups that aren't real. Like fake messages from the goats to the silver wings or the silver nails.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We started working with these Scotlanders, and we've been providing them with money or whatever. And I don't know. I think it doesn't screw over the Scotlanders, but does screw over
Yeah, see, that's
the
the
two groups somehow.
That will screw over the Scovs, which, you probably don't want to do. However, I was more throwing that out there as, that was the, bad option. The good option is you guys can find out. I mean, we got a little bit of time left. I do want to save us some time to remember to do XP, because that is the thing. But if you wanted to, you could also just find some other items. I mean, you do have these contacts at Charterhall University. Maybe you're able to get a weird thing from them. Maybe this is actually just part of the initiation into Gravedust. You just say to this B team, hey, we need something that will get these people, in a lot of trouble when they're caught with it. Go find it.
That sounds good.
Yeah, that's a good... Yeah, that is part of the goal. I can think of a few ideas off the top of my head, but I'll save them for tomorrow.
Well,
I would give them their Gravedust names.
Maybe...
Their Gravedust name is Pinto.
Of the operation, or like Pinto? That is the operation?
No, I'm just saying Animal House.
Oh, okay.
Might be too old for most of you, I'm sorry.
A little bit. I'm also...
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so we've got that. Then your guys, so we've got the acquire the thing to swap. Then the swap. Swap will be next week. Or the swap and bait. Or, the swap and snitch? Swap and snitch. Please, if you have ideas before the game tomorrow, don't just sit on them. Please cut the GM some slack and give her a chance to think about them.
I'll send you over her list.
Yes, thank you. All right. So now, because we've got about half hour left, let's do the XP before we forget. How about that?
Yes.
All right. So from last week, because you get it technically by session. Who wants to start off? Or should I roll a fate? Fate. Wing.
You weren't here. The ghost was.
Yeah. But okay, we'll do today. Well, yeah, actually, yeah, we'll do Ghost Eater because I don't have him out here.
Alright. For last session,
Yep.
I have very much addressed a challenge with arcane power by attempting to not get possessed.
Yep.
And then I actually got possessed.
Allegedly.
technically
Maybe.
Would kind of be struggling with my vice.
I would give you the vice. You did struggle with it because you weren't immediately like, oh, hell nah, the way a normal human would.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background?
I wouldn't say too much outside of my belief that ghosts are kind of cool.
I mean, yeah, that's your vice, though, man.
These things interact.
And you did... I know you rolled a desperate action. Did you mark the XP then?
I don't think so.
Okay. Then you did
Actually,
one for that.
I must have.
I think
I
you have.
did.
Yeah, I'm counting your points.
Yeah.
Okay. So you did do that one. All right. So you get two. I'm gonna say you get 2 more with that.
Into special abilities.
All right. And Wing was not here. But Wing is here this week. Let's just go ahead and do the Wing this week. Wing, you did not roll a desperate action.
Okay.
Did you address a challenge with tracking or violence? I'm going to say no.
No. I have expressed my background, though.
You have expressed your background.
Very much so.
That definitely happened. And did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session? This is traumas related to, like, game mechanics, not, like, being incarcerated.
No. Just my background stuff.
Alright, so you get 1.
I mean, I did murder someone, so would you say that maybe it's 2?
No, because that happened in the past. You didn't murder something now.
Damn it.
However, you do have my ever-loving appreciation for throwing in such a large monkey wrench. I'm sure your friends think the same.
What? Casual murder?
Casual murder.
This was nothing.
Alright, Dreamer, you're up.
Oh, alright. I mean, nothing I'm gonna do here is gonna be as bad as Tuesday, so alright. Alright, let's see. Alright, so last week, I don't remember what I fucking did. I talked to a roommate. Yeah, I did downtime, talked to a roommate, had to deal with all those fuckers arguing about us not delivering the package while it was still hot.
Yeah.
I didn't deal with those assholes.
You did see a very nice play.
I did see a very nice play, but that's just part of whatever.
I don't know, isn't that like your vice?
Well, I mean, that's like just indulging in it. Like, it wasn't a struggle.
Yeah, it wasn't a struggle, no.
But you did, I mean, you addressed the challenge with calculation or conspiracy, so, like, you get that one.
And I would say that, like, I mean, there was definitely dealing. What else do we have? What else do we do besides that? Like, there was a lot going on, but it still feels like nothing happened. Not like nothing happened, but like, it wasn't too much, because there's a lot of organizational stuff. Alright, address the challenge. Did I express my beliefs, drives, heritage, or background? I don't know. I really don't remember if I did anything last time.
Alright. I mean, you don't have to. That's cool. And there were no
Maybe I was
desperate
just...
actions, so I'm going to say 1.
Wow, that was terrible. I don't even know why I was here last week. No, I'm
Well,
kidding.
you guys did get XP from the, like, RP with Tusk, but we rolled that into the last one.
Yeah.
Because that was, like, at the end of the score, so we did roll that in, so I know that happened. Alright, and then this week.
Alright. Well, there was definitely a lot of talk and cover identities. And,
Yeah, you get that one.
Let's see. Obviously didn't interact with vices or traumas at all.
Yeah, and I don't think there was a
other than the trauma of being, checked in my prison pocket. That's a trauma right there, but not a mechanical one.
Yeah, you did express your back... We did deal with your background. Charterhall.
Okay.
Your
Fair
college.
enough.
Because your knowledge of
Alright,
that allowed it.
I think that was all there really was.
Yeah, so, alright. Overall 3.
Well, like, between the two?
Between the
it's
2
3?
weeks, yeah.
Okay. I just dumped them all in this class group, I guess.
Alright. Firebox.
I don't think I did anything. Last week I didn't do any technical stuff. Neither this week. But and then
This is why we gotta do them at the end of every session, because there's no way we'll remember from
Yeah,
week to
that's
week.
that's why, like, I feel bad that, like, we forgot to do it last time.
Well,
The other thing is, like, if you keep, like, a note, like, if you write it down, or, like, honestly, you could just drop it into Discord chat, like, when you feel like you do a thing, be like, I did the thing, XP.
True. Yeah, anyway. Last week, I don't think I talk about the background or anything, or trains at all.
I mean, you did talk a little bit about the boat, but yeah, like, I think a lot of last time was setting up your, like, the lair, like, the areas, like, there was less, like, actual gameplay and a lot more, like, more stuff on factions, so if you guys didn't, like, don't feel too bad. It's not, like, the end of the world.
Yeah, and I did not engage with the pies at all.
Yeah.
So I don't think I did anything last week. And this week, neither. No. The only thing that could be drive or belief related was what I mentioned about taking care of the boat.
You did. You know what? Take it. I'll give it to you.
Because, technical stuff,
Yep,
water
technical
train.
stuff.
But
Check
that's
care
it.
of the boat. Alright. And then that leaves... Tusk. Which you... Either week there was no desperate action. Let's see. Address a challenge with violence or coercion.
Probably not.
Nope. You did... Express beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I feel like harassing Inspector Cochran definitely counts.
Yeah.
Struggling with issues from vice or trauma. No.
I don't really think so.
Yeah.
I'll get no more fights from now on.
Yeah. You did also... I'll give it to you for this one. As the captain of the boat, after a long tangent on what to call you, that was also your background. So you have heritage and background.
Okay. Do we do training also, or just
Yeah,
experience?
you guys, you guys did training last time.
Okay.
So, because this
How
isn't
many
a full
points do I get?
downtime, this is you got a total of 2. Where would you like them to go?
So prowess, I guess. Special abilities.
All
Special
right,
abilities.
you've got. If I put these 2 in prowess, you only need 1 more to go up.
Yeah.
Right now, you
Sure.
don't have any in special abilities.
Yeah. I see that now. Feel a quick burst of chemical joy in my veins.
Ah,
Yeah, put in prowess.
put in prowess. Okay.
Prowess it is.
All right, you got those 2 in there.
All right.
All right, we got that.
As a quick mathematical thing,
Yep.
whenever we do prowess, we get 2 for 1, so it might make sense to split it up.
Oh, wait. I thought that was when you trained.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we train, that's what I'm talking about for like, because we're
Oh,
1 shy,
right.
so make it 2 shy, so when you do train, you only need to do it once, and I imagine that it would bleed over anyways, but why, you know.
Yeah, I
All
can
right.
move.
Sounds good.
math
Thank you.
I'll move it over to special.
Thank you.
The 1 to the special ability. Yeah.
No problem. This is Scott's specialty, game math.
Yeah, that's.
Game map.
Game math. As in, I'm good with the mechanics.
Got you.
I'm making a new clock for no reason whatsoever. The fact that it's called Inspector Cochran. No
Yeah.
reason whatsoever.
She messes with us. I kill her wife.
Fair.
That's what gangs do.
Just go straight Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Anybody who's watched Sons of Anarchy, I forget the character's name, but the investigator lady that was after
Was it like
Chivs.
Stall or something
Stall!
like
Yes. Stall.
that? Yeah.
I was always envious of her hair, because her hair was fantastic.
She's a well-made character. I hate her.
Yeah. Alright, we've technically got 20 minutes left, but I don't necessarily want to launch into anything. Too much. I mean, don't let me rush you. I just want to make sure we got through the XP first.
Well, I mean, you did mention possibly doing downtime between.
That is
stores.
true. Yeah. Do you guys want to do downtime? We got 20 minutes.
Speed.
Yep. Speed round.
Everyone trains prowess.
Yeah, honestly.
All right. I mean, technically, that does mean I'm gonna calculate up your heat and stuff. So give me just a second on that. But yeah, we can do downtime real quick. Let's see. Honestly, most of the heat has already been taken out on your booty holes. So like, man, I keep forgetting my parents watch this.
That is not a sentence that I was expecting. Even
Don't
me,
worry. It's fiery.
No. So, let's see. All right.
Trevor doesn't eat spicy food. It doesn't agree with his palate.
Oh.
This guy who's like, all right, how much hot sauce?
Yeah, Scott.
Go.
Who's if his food doesn't hurt him, it doesn't count.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to this downtime, shall we? To remember how much heat I give you. Okay. Contained quiet standard exposure. I'm gonna say that, yeah, that is what happened. It's gonna be 2 heat. Unless you got... Nah, I really feel like, yeah, yeah, 2 heat. You do get... Let's see, I did give you rep before, but I will go ahead and give you the base 2 rep here. Because if nothing else, you were definitely seen by some people, you know, getting caught by the cops, and I feel like that could gain rep. I'm trying to be nice here, so.
They touched your butts.
Yes, they did.
Indeed.
It
All
was
right.
invasive.
It was invasive. So, okay, so you guys, I just realized I'm putting this on the crew sheet for you. But there you go. So you got your
That's
2 heat, you got your 2 rep. Alright, because we're doing speed run. We now have entanglements. Hang on. I have an app for that. And by app, I mean macro. Maybe. Alright, noted. Because we're still operating on the I know and you don't know. Alright, now we get the downtime activities. You each get 2. Who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Alright. As which one?
I'll go with Wing.
Alright, Wing, what you doing?
Can I attempt to reduce our heat?
How are you reducing heat?
What are ways that I am allowed to do that?
You see all those actions that you have?
Yes.
Those. You tell me.
Would it be possible for me to hunt someone and help use them to take some of the heat off of us? Such as whoever I am finding, like, takes the fall for a little bit of whatever we've done.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
You can find Nopal and give them.
Yes, I
this is
find our
Nopal.
elusive Nopal and start
Yeah.
unloading all of our deeds upon him.
All right, yeah, no, you can hunt them. I mean, are you hunting them to take them out?
No.
You're just hunting them to identify. So, like, essentially, you're hunting for a scapegoat, is what you're doing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Emphasis on the goat.
Maybe.
All right, yeah, no, I will allow that with a roll. You may, of course. Oh no. Let me see. I think for any of this, you can get a +1 if you get a friend or a contact to help. And after you roll, you can always spend coin to make it better.
Nah. I'll just roll base.
Okay. Risky standard. You do it.
Woo!
See, that is a success. So that's 3. You reduce 3 heat, which I believe knocks out all your heat again. Tell me how you do that.
Maybe I find Kid again. Actually, no. If I find Kid, that means she's gonna fucking go after me. So that's not gonna work. I find potentially a down on your luck individual, and they
You know where they hang out now, bar, and you
yeah.
also saw a few of them when they went to pick up Kate, so you can hunt them another one of those.
I know far more details about their goings on, so we're able to more easily apply that in the future.
Okay, yeah, no, I'll say, like, you're able to give, like, your various actors and, like, put the word out on that. Yeah, I'll allow it. Alright, what's your other activity?
Twain.
Okay.
Prowess.
Yeah. Do the thing. Alright, who's next?
Awesome.
I guess I can go.
Yep. Alright.
I mean, I'm not sure if this is any benefit, so maybe this is just all narrative and not maybe a mechanical thing, so it's not really downtime. what would be the thing to do if he's like, you know what, I want to work on a whole bunch of art and set up a gallery at one point. And then we could, and I'm thinking on this, but it might be something that we could then later, use to I know it's a long-term, especially a long-term project. That's what I'm saying. But like, see, like, and the goal of this would be whatever, he's gonna come up with some political message that then may be useful later, whether it be meeting new contacts or something along those lines.
Okay. Yeah. No, I like that. We could start that.
Yeah, I could just trade a whole bunch because that's mechanically better, but this is more interesting. So,
Okay.
see, I don't do everything just for mechanics. So yeah, I like to start. Obviously there's a couple of steps here. I would imagine it's up to you, but I'm thinking like obviously we gotta get, it set up as well as make the art.
Yeah. I'm gonna do 2 clocks of 6 wedges each. One is make art. The next is gallery.
Oh, okay. This is 2 separate clocks. All right.
Same project. Well, I mean, we could just do a 12.
I mean, either way, I was just looking at the example that they had here. It sounds like they just mix everything as one clock.
Oh, they just mix it as one? Okay. Well then, you know what? Fuck. I'll give you a 10 for it. Art, I'm just gonna call it art project, because why not?
Alright, sounds good. I think what it is every time you go to progress it, you may pick it might be like
different,
a different part of the thing, which might require different roles. That's the way I'm reading it.
Alright. If you go to the notes section on your character sheet, not the journal entry, there should now be an art project clock.
I see that a file was added. I just gotta click on it. Okay,
Yeah.
no, I got it.
I think once you get that, but because you're starting it, that doesn't mean you can roll.
All right. All right. Well, what do we want to? I mean, first we want to set up that there.
Yep.
I imagine the first step would be reaching out to someone to see if there's even any interest in this project to begin with. Because what's the point of making a bunch of shit if you can't get set up somewhere?
Consort then.
All right. All right. Is there anything that I should be putting this under? Just action?
Yeah, just regular old action.
Alright, and what's
risky standard?
Risky standard. Alright, 2 dice.
I mean, yeah. Because I think for downtime.
Come on, 6s. Nope, that was bad.
You do.
1 to 3 is 1.
Yeah, you do. Yep. You mark 1, so it could be worse.
Yeah, maybe there's just a lot of heat, so he's trying to be careful who he's talking to, so he doesn't, like, there's not as wide a pool as he could normally talk to, so, like, he hears that there might be someone interested in assisting in this matter, and, like, but that's just a lead, it's not even, like, a person. Like a confirmed, yeah. That's what I would imagine that would be. Alright, and then he's gonna trade prowess.
Okay, fair. Alright, who's next?
I'll go.
Alright, what you doing?
Training prowess.
Okay.
And I guess I'm crafting again. I mean, I don't have much else to do. There's no heat. So the example for modifying an item, the foldable rifle.
Yep.
What would that do? Would that make it like concealable? Or...
Yes, that's my understanding. Is it makes it concealable.
So that would be for like when we get patted down and stuff like that.
Yes.
So would that? But we already have the feature that lets us hide two things. Would that basically add?
That would make that item its own hideable thing, to where like you could use two of your carried items are perfectly concealed. Then whoever has like that rifle or whatever, it would also be harder to detect.
All right.
More concealed stuff's always better.
Yeah.
Yeah. But well, because a large weapon like a rifle uses 2 slots rather than one. Well, I don't know if it's different for the hound. But I wanted to make a melee weapon, so something like a pole arm, like basically like telescopic. I don't know, or like folds
Like
down,
one of those
whatever.
telescoping batons, like the police.
Yeah,
Like...
but a long one. It's gonna be bigger because it's a large weapon. But I don't know if it would be possible with something like that.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
And
you could like make a telescoping quarterstaff. I would say.
yeah.
You know.
Like a lightsaber.
Ooh.
Wow.
A ghost saber.
I mean, they have
Whoa.
like
I mean,
lightning
awesome.
lure, like essentially lightning stuff for ghosts, like to wrestle ghosts. It's a lightning hook. So
But
I
I
mean,
think that falls into the tier 3 of.
well, yeah. I'm just
weapon.
saying like
Mhm.
those kind of things. Although, like, if we want to do crafting, let's circle back around to that. That's something we can do over the week, just so we can get through everybody. Because it's 10:54, and we got 2
Good
more
idea.
PCs.
Good idea. I'll send you messages about that, and
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
do my training for prowess. I got this. I got all 6 marks, so I guess I get a dot on something.
Okay, yeah, hang on. We'll get there. All right. Do we want to do Tusk or Ghost Eater?
Let's do Tusk.
Can I get stuff out of the way?
Yeah. Let's get Tusk.
You guys train prowess
All right.
and put that in skirmish. That's how
Okay.
it works.
I'm gonna double check that, but if so, it will be in skirmish.
And I'm not going to detail background how, but I'd like to start a long-term project.
Okay.
I'm not sure what it is, but I can talk to you about it later.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take off now then, too.
Yeah.
I'm really well.
Have a good evening. We'll see you next week.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good time. Bye.
All right, and let's get Ghost Eater out of the way. Ghost Eater,
Yes.
what is your downtime? Are you doing downtime? Or is he just so out of it he's not even doing anything?
He will do downtime.
If you want to think about it, that's fine.
One is definitely recover.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Do we want to do the recovery minigame?
Yes.
Okay. So that is, you go to the Physiker, which I believe I said it was legit for you guys to have a tier 2 Physiker.
Yes. I
All
believe
right.
so.
So let me do that fortune roll. Or do you have like a recovery roll on your whatever? I'll just do it. There we go. Woocha. There you go. Oh, I self-rolled.
Tried it.
Right.
Yeah. There we go. Partial success.
Does that mean one more tick on the clock?
Let me look if that's the same. It should say on there, but it does not because, of course, it
Should be
doesn't.
2.
Yeah, it should be the same as the
2.
long-term recovery, so it should be 2.
Yeah.
Yay, one left. Then I suppose could we do long-term project?
You could. I mean, you could also do another recovery if you wanted to.
I think he really wants to learn about one
Samara.
if he did anything. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically, long-term project Samara. If that works. Yes,
that does work. how in depth are you wanting to go with this?
Probably more vague at first, like far more focused on himself personally.
Okay, so like, what did you do? All right,
Yeah.
then I
What
will
did
give you.
I do? What did she make me do? Etc. Etc.
All right, that feels like a 6 o'clock. Actually, nah, that's like a what did you do is a 4 o'clock, because that's just tracking down your own background. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna say if you want to start another one, like once you figure that out, in like looking into her, you can.
Okay.
And I did look it up, and if you do fill the track, you do just clear it out and get your points. That's how it works. So
Cool.
we got a point in skirmish for Tusk. All right, that's done. Okay, and I know you got a roll for that. How are you tracking down what you've done?
I know. Could I potentially use study?
Yeah. I mean, that's gathering information.
Yeah, then I shall do that.
It's a pretty classic. Yeah, research esoteric topic, closely analyze, examine events. Success. All right. So that is on a long-term project. I believe that's 3 ticks. So you got 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. I will give you. Actually, I'll probably give you the details tomorrow on what you're doing because we are basically at time. If that is all right. If I can leave you on that cliffhanger. Okay. Oh, sprite down. Man, I haven't done that in a long time. That used to happen all the time. No, like during Curse of Strahd, like I was always knocking things over.
Yeah, that was the thing.
I was thinking that I should just roll the thinker right now, and if it doesn't go through, then I don't have to craft anything because I failed.
Yeah, if you want to.
And why not? And no modifiers.
Woo!
Yeah. It's not a 6, so I fail.
Well, it depends on what you're trying to do.
Well, I'm modifying
an
item,
yeah, which is a 2.
It's a 1, but I think this is just. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I need a 6 to get a tier 1. Anything.
Okay, let me look at it. All right. Well, we know you rolled a partial success. Like I said, I'll look at it because I do want to tinker with the tinkering rules. I just don't have it in front of me right now. So, all right. I will say, thanks everybody for watching. I'm gonna end the stream and see everyone 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Will be the stream of the B team, which you guys can figure out, what your name is for that. So let me just end the stream on this. Oh, wait, nope, button.